y'all doing on this fine Thursday, Wednesday, whatever night it is? Is it Thursday? Wednesday. Welcome, open panel, etc., etc. What's up, y'all? Just hanging out as usual, doing my thing here on the back porch. Oh, look what I found today. It's a little cross, and it says the word hope. And I don't know if y'all remember, but a few weeks ago, I have found this. This one says blessed. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's a little more faint. Anyway, it says blessed. And I found this one in front of a church. There's a church that I walk past every day. And I think that's why I keep finding them, because they're in my path and they come from that church. So I thought of like maybe making a keychain with them, and I have this pentagram I used to wear around my neck. And I could put it on the keychain and it could be a satanic Christian keychain. I think this could be Christ. Guy like showed me the way. Or it could be this guy. Either way, hail both of them. So I thought that was neat. It's not quite like seeing Jesus in the spaghetti or the toast, but it had a magic to it. When you find your second cross with a word on it, that's gonna have an effect on you. That just doesn't happen. Unless it's coming from a church that you walk by every day and people are like getting them in the church and dropping them or throwing them away on the sidewalk, and then I'm finding them. But then see, when you think too rationally and like scientifically, the magic goes away. That's why people don't do it as much. And those that even can. But if you don't think too much that way, there's a magic in that. Just like conspiracy theories, people say it's fun to think of them even if they're not true. It's fun to think, like to see all the mysterious stuff about this, even if it's not really anything mysterious. Hey, African. Were we supposed to email or something? Remember, I was supposed to get your email from you. We had talked. I don't know how if you were sober or have any memory, but we had talked about doing like a channel network or an extended channel if we could find the right team of people. And you're like, oh, well, we need to. If you're serious about it, you should contact me. And I said, well, I am serious. Hey, Daniel Barry. I don't say things that are not serious. Except when I'm not being serious. But that was not one of those times. So yes, anyway, good. Ooh, Dolphin Jesus. Who is Dolphin Jesus? They're backstage, whoever they are. You have to flash your cam so I can see that you're a person. If you have a channel, drop it in the back. Or fly off like you just did. They don't want to jump through hoops to get vetted. This is a high drama troll channel if I don't babysit the gate. It's kind of like St. Peter, except the hell version. I guess they have that dog, right? Cerberus, the three-headed dog. That's more of a Greek thing, though. Not really a Christian thing, but although Dante stuck him in there too. But they need a version of hell. I want to be that person. Like when people first come to hell, I want to be the one to say, hey, you've arrived. I see that you're here to see so-and-so. Wait by the fire. Satan will see you when he's ready. All right, this guy I know and am confident in more than Dolphin Jesus.
What?
Well, wait, Dolphin Jesus is back.
What? What are you saying? What?
Dolphin Jesus is knocking on the door trying to get in.
A dolphin
Anybody
Jesus?
know Dolphin Jesus?
No. Who's that? Can you hear me? How's it going,
Yeah, I
Jeff?
can hear you. Can you hear
Yeah?
me?
Yeah, I think so. How's it going? You alright?
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, finding crucifixes, huh? Crucifix.
Yeah, this is my second one, and they
Yeah,
have
but
words on
you
them.
said it in the meantime. They're dropping them down there for people like you heathens to find.
Well, it's working. Like it's
Okay,
having
I
some.
mean,
I'm
yeah, but
glad they're
you,
doing it
yeah,
because
you
now I want to collect all the words. What do you
I,
think is next? Blessed, hope, charity, maybe
sinner,
faith and charity.
sinner, a sinner. No, hello.
Um, can you flash your cam, Jesus, Dolphin?
Oh, somebody else coming up.
You don't
I
have
don't
to
know.
have it on stream, but I need to see that you're a person. And then, do you have a channel? I'm searching for it now, and I'm getting all of these charts of Jesus swimming with dolphins, petting dolphins, holding dolphins, standing on a dolphin. You, in the town where I live, back in Louisiana, they have a pink dolphin that like shows up in the lake every few years, and it's a big news story. Oh, the pink
Really?
dolphin is out
Yeah.
this year.
Are you joking?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not seeing
serious?
a dolphin Jesus, like a real dolphin
Oh,
Jesus.
okay. I'm not a pink dolphin. Oh, there's Dolphin Jesus. He's not there, is he? Is he around? Being
We
funny, is
we
he?
have too many trolls, Dolphin.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
want
you're
to.
going to be careful, Jeff. I always said that. I mean, you took a chance on me, but hey,
I
I've
did,
turned
but
out to be
you came like with a whole wave of drunk Brits. Y'all all
oh,
followed each
Trump
other,
Brits. I
and y'all
love
were
it.
all vouching for each other.
Oh man, yeah, but still, I haven't disappointed
I
yet.
wish StreamYard had a better system for vetting trolls.
I bet, I bet.
But they left. They left for a reason. Because people that really want to be on the panel, they know how to follow the steps to get on. I see people do it all the time, and they're very reasonable. And the good faith actors have no problem complying. It's not that complicated. Behaving, heathens behaving, that's you at the wrong channel, Zintz. You might want, I wouldn't even really know. Hey, Track, what's up? I was watching Zats a little bit. I saw you and Leggy and well, kind of the whole gang
What with who? Zach?
was on it. Zatoichi.
Who's that?
You don't know Zat? He
No,
hangs out here. Hello, Willie.
does he?
Zatoichi. He
Twitchy.
has the
Alien.
colored lights and the Lord of the Rings background.
Oh, cool. Then he would know me.
Oh, I think you'd be right up
I
his
don't know. I
alley,
don't know. I'm
or
bad with
vice
names.
versa. So what's up? What time is it there?
One
Like,
o'clock in the morning.
are you just getting up or have you not slept?
No, I've not slept
Why?
because I'm getting drunk and sitting here talking to you.
You don't sleep when you drink?
Wine and water, I guess. A little bit of meat on the side, because enjoy your drink. Don't just drink to get drunk. It's a slow motion, isn't it? And then go to bed early in the morning.
Well, are you sleeping today or you have work?
I know, I'm off for a while, man. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I've got, yeah, no, I mean, wow, man. Like I say, man, contracts are good, man. I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, as long as you
Out of
get
all
them.
the bad things, I think the worst thing is because I have no dependents. I've got no children. I've got no debt, and it's just like, boom. That's all it is. For me, the worst is tax. What I'm paying for. I want accountability of it.
Y'all pay a lot of tax over there,
Oh yeah,
don't
fucking
y'all?
crazy, man. Yeah, it's fucking awful. It's fucking awful. It actually is so fucking terrible that the Chancellor of the Exchequer of Britain was crying today on PMQs, which is Prime Minister's Questions, broadcast live to the world all the time, every Wednesday.
I think it was YouTube, Willow. It lets me release a certain amount of free memberships each month, and so I did 10 of them yesterday, and I think you were one of them. So I guess there are perks to staying off block. Let her be an example to all the other wannabe trolls out there. I'm assuming it's a her. I don't even know its gender really. Willow just seems like it would be a girl. Oh, look what Chuck just did. He added even 10 more. They're starting to scrape the bottom, so let's see who shows up this time. Because I've been getting so many memberships. It's running out of people to give them to, which is a good thing. Um, Tella Klein, JS Urban Adventures. I watch his live streams sometimes. He's pretty good. Lauren B. Peace, Love, Smiles. Kimber in Alaska. Oh, good. She was here last night, or assumed she was here last night. Your mama. B-Say. B-Say got one. And Lubas. Oh, thanks, Chuck. Chuck, you were there from the beginning. Helping to push that train. Huff it and puff it and puff it up that hill. We finally got to our goal and are at that tipping. 2.5 years later. Thank all of you. The OG8, the ones that are still left. You and Dolbez, and we'll have to figure out who else. Well, some people came over from my other groups, like Hank, Steve, maybe a few other people, and then some of them came over from the PF Young community, like Dolbez. That's where Dolbez came from, and Hank, actually. Now that I think about it, so PF Young was like the gateway to a lot of the original OGs. But now we got new OGs like this person here. Oh, are you talking
Hey,
about
always,
Lib? Yeah. Hey, Trek.
hey, always good to see everybody.
What's up?
No, good times. What's going on tonight?
Not much. We just reliving our we were like reflect I hit 1,000, so we were looking back at Chuck was there almost from the start. He was one of the first regulars. And so we were just kind of reminiscing about the early days of the channel.
Well, I gotta say, I think it's been your consistency. Like you did have to, go through certain types of confrontations while learning, what you wanted this channel to be and stuff like that. I remember watching that stuff,
Hmm.
and but as far as the actual content, not the battles and not the business, but the actual content has been so consistent. Um,
Oh,
it makes
even with
people,
the drama?
well, drama comes and goes,
It does.
but
It's like the weather.
yeah, but that free conversation where, you talk about video games, you talk
That's
about
on
music.
tap. That's always here. We can make that happen anytime, anytime
I,
anybody
I think
wants because we
that's,
have
I
such a
think
cool
that's the
crew.
true content though. The
Yeah.
drama, it attracts attention, but you throw you throw some noodles at the wall to see if they're ready to be part of the meal that you're about to make.
But some of the conversations we've been having lately have been bringing in the same numbers as some of the drama. So people are coming for the conversations too.
Well, again, like I said, the ones who stick, like I go other places, and I tend to not name drop, but something in the algorithm puts us together that they just don't know you, and maybe me talking to them, kind of helps configure their algorithm if
Oh,
you have
right.
those tags and stuff. So it's like, hey, he goes here. He's into this type of live panels and whatever tags you put on your stuff. And next thing I don't even have to mention your name. It's like if I spent time with somebody, but then it may not always work out. But like I said, you set up a you set up a trap, and if you build it, they will come.
They do come. But like everything comes. All the stuff that I want to come also comes. And so it's working. It's I set it up for a specific audience, and that audience is what's showing up.
Yeah, it's almost like a movie script. It's like, oh, being part of a gang and all was fun, but I think it's much more feasible to be a cop, and not necessarily in like the moderation or anything like that, but you know, I'd rather deal with people's sympathy rather than try
Well,
to grab their back pocket.
well, for me, Jeff, it's how sometimes I've seen you deal with confrontation. And
The what? You're
confrontation,
coming in a
see,
little bit muffled.
am I still?
Oh,
Hello?
no, now we can hear you.
All right. So it's the way you've dealt with confrontation, and not between yourself and a player, from a stance from other people within the group, within the panel.
Oh,
That
yeah, like all the little
that,
street
that
fights that
I
people
actually
bring
find
over
really
here.
profound. Yeah, you deal with it really well. You know.
Well, thank you. I have a lot of experience with it. Plus, I used to teach in the inner city schools, and I worked in a psych ward for kids. So you have to be able to do all of that.
Oh, that's yeah, of course, yeah. Now I get it. Yeah, good man. There was the guy I did a job for. He worked at a psych ward, and these two people came on drugs to the psych ward. The police had to drop them off, and it was so mental. This little 9 stone, I think she was about nine, so she quite light, maybe 80 kilograms, 70 kilograms. She was flipping guys that were like 110.
Dang.
Yeah, flipping them. It took four. It took 4 or 5 people. She broke her arm doing this because there's
Was it
that.
the drugs she was on?
But again, this can happen with people that aren't on drugs as well because they don't have that mechanism to stop them hurting. When the adrenaline gland goes, it goes, and it's incredible what the body can do under extreme stress, and the brain does that. So like you said, like in crazy zones, that's why you give them drugs to suppress it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, no, all the time. You don't get. You don't. You're not. You're
Well,
not.
not here. They
Well, you're
there's
not sober
you
in a
don't go
mental
straight to the
institution, are
drug.
you? Really? You're not
It's a
sober in
very
a mental. Come on,
controlled
how many mental
process.
institutions keep you sober?
At least where I worked, they did not. They were very conservative in their restraints, and they had to sign off, get all these people to sign off each step of the way. The doctor had to be called in. It was a big process.
And that's about restraining somebody.
Yeah, like if you need to restrain them, either chemically, physically.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was in solitary. They had a little room they could put them in by themselves, or like restraints, or sometimes straight jackets. But those were like all last resort things. They had a whole list of other things you had to try first. And each step of the way, if you had to escalate, you had to get all these professionals to come in and sign off and approve it.
Yeah, yeah, okay. But you know about the stuff that happened in New York back in the 70s and stuff. This is all the way through the 50s, actually. And they only stopped them down in the 90s or 80s, I believe. You know, those mental institutions, the asylums in New York. Wow. That's what I guess 12 Monkeys is about.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Were you in one? That's what you remind me of.
Oh, cheers.
You could be a character from 12 Monkeys. Were you in one of them?
No, I hope not.
Oh my God, another Chuck actions. Chuck, you need a contract with Netflix because they could spin off entire series of your action stories. Like that's at least a 10 to 12 episode season right there. Were you involved in the manhunt? Or did you just watch it? This old guy. I know. You've seen more than I would even think that one person would be able to see. But then I look at my life and it's starting to seem that way too. And sometimes even being on YouTube for a few years gives you the feeling that you've seen a lot of about life that you might not otherwise have seen. What the fuck is what, Nunzio? It's just a bunch of old white men chatting right now, reminiscing about the good old days and analyzing the present and giving our opinions about the future.
Hey, Vinny.
You see a black screen. Oh,
At least
why
it's
gotta be
analog.
black? Okay. He was his computer and he types in the chat, what the fuck is going on? A Japanese, yeah. In fact, I have. I think it's. Is it the ones that are kind of reddish, like maroon, or was it burgundy, russet? Yeah, Chug. That's why you're one of our revered elders because you get to pass all that on, the wisdom and the stories. Like, just pass it on the stories. The wisdom is embedded in the stories, and all we have to do is hear the stories. And we can extract the wisdom ourselves. Like
Hey,
growing
Vin.
up, I was surrounded by old people. There was always old people around, and I used to love to just sit and listen to them talk and talk. That's probably why I do what I do today, because I grew up listening to old people talk.
That was
Happy
something that
birthday, TA. What's a birthday tree? Well, we can sing happy birthday for you. Didn't we do that the other day? Or was that a different birthday? What is a birthday tree? Oh. Oh, he want weed for your birthday? That's not an unreasonable wish. Oh,
Well, well,
I laugh when they're
when they're
funny,
funny.
but
But
I
technically, we can all do it, can't we? Right now.
do what?
Well, buy anything for anyone right now. I mean, that's how great our society is, right?
Yeah.
If I had the money to say to somebody,
I can order you a pizza right now.
yeah, yeah, exactly, Mundo. Yeah,
Oh, dang, track. His
you
mic
know
went
it,
out.
buddy.
Well, it was good seeing you nonetheless. I like what you had to say. Well, TA, I don't know how to do that from here though. I'd have to be on your channel. Unless you have a Cash App or something. Yeah, Busker does that too. He has some place where he lives, and he'll be on panel while he waits for his order. Oh, okay. Yeah, put your Cash App. I'll send you a little bit. I don't know if it will buy like an entire birthday tree, but I'll contribute toward the fund.
No, no, not while you're live. Don't do that. If you no,
No, what?
if you want to, but yeah.
Well, it's his birthday, or so he says. But he only gets one. Like he can't pull
Oh,
this 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna remember. I don't mind. TA used to do. I used to go on some of his panels, and he did good panels. I don't mind contributing to his work. I just got to figure out how to do it.
well, he needs to
Oh,
come
it's
into
from your
the
phone.
come into the chat and do it privately there. Don't do it over this uh, YouTube.
You have to do it over the phone.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Nunzio. Are you trying to grift on his birthday? Not that you asked for anything. Stop. Now that I got the Cash App out, I could only do one birthday a day. Let's see. Ooh, do I have money? Oh, okay. Um, let's see. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to join Cash App, if I have an invitation and if you use it, I get $5. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm holding the phone and I'm trying to find how to send money. Oh, pay. Okay. I'm gonna do a little. I'm just gonna do a small amount just in case. Oh, and then I do two. So do I put the dollar sign? Yep, here it is. Okay. Confirm you want to add as a recipient. Okay. And then it says scam alert. This looks like a scam. If you continue, we won't be able to refund you. Here's what you can do. I'm not kidding. It says stop talking to this person. They'll probably be keep trying to convince you to send the payment. Ignore them. Or B, cancel the payment. That's hilarious, TA. It has a red exclamation point and it says warning, scam alert. So I don't know, like, it's because you have a YouTube name. What does that mean? I have a YouTube name. Do you have some other payment method? I don't want to use it if it's a scam alert. Like PayPal or something? Or if you go on your channel, I can do you a super chat. But happy birthday nonetheless. Like I I tried to send in my heart I'd sent it and in my mind.
You
But
tried.
technology.
Ain't you blessed, Jeff?
Well, it gave me a scam warning, so hello, Dick. What's up? Ooh, we lost African. It's just me. Oh my God, we've only gone half an hour. It feels like at least an hour. Well, I'll go a little bit longer and see if other people show up. Otherwise, I can end early tonight because it's I still work tomorrow. Yeah, I could do that too. Oh, no problem, African. Although I like supporting content. I like being able to super chat and cash app and all that to people that I think have earned it with their work or their creativity or their useful information or whatever they're putting into a channel. Sometimes it's just inspirational. Sometimes I just like their aesthetic. I remember during COVID when everything was locked down and we didn't know what the future was going to be. Um, I had extra surplus to play with, and I was able to start supporting content create. I joined some Patreons. I would subscribe the like paid version of subscriptions to some of my YouTube people, etc. And I liked it. I really liked the feeling. Of course, I'm also the guy that likes paid taxes, but I liked the feeling of finally being able to not just support them by watching their show, but to financially contribute to the work they're doing. It felt really good. And I'm like, oh, I want to keep doing this. I'm going to build this into whatever happens in the future, whatever my income turns out to be. I want to build into it, into the budget, a way to keep this going. Um, I couldn't tell really. It was like somebody's face. Maybe it was Leo. I don't remember seeing a dog. Nunzio can come on. He just can't dox. I have a problem with the Guidos like to come on and carry on their little street fights from behind my screen, and they dox. They all dox each other. And so far, Nunzio's been basically respectful of the channel, but every now and then he spurgs out and starts doxing. Oh, with Vinny Pasapads? And yeah, that's the other little half of this project because if I remember, we have a musical or some kind of panel movie going that we're supposed to workshop. Who are you, Dick? I don't know. I'm not Nunzio's keeper. I don't know anything about his drama. I'm not responsible for it. He's just somebody that hangs out on the channel like the rest of you. And as long as he behaves, he can stay. As long as you behave, you can stay. That's my rule. It's not even hard. I don't know how people consistently fuck it up so much. I guess with things like doxing. Oh yeah, salut, Vinny. See, I keep for I make a bad honorary Italian, but I'm trying real hard. Thanks, Britt. The credit goes to everybody. All of you. We were talking about it earlier, like reminiscent about the origins and how we got to 1,000. And there were so many people involved along the way to help get us here. So this is for everybody. Thank you all. Thank you. Almost all of you. Thank almost every single one of you. Spanner you for what? I thought I did the other day. As long as you don't use it, I don't mind giving wrenches because they're well. Actually, no. Scratch that. I do mind. Um, cause but I use them as like a trust exercise. So I'll give you one as long as you don't do anything outrageous with it. That lets me know I can kind of trust you as a mod. So don't mod other people. Unless I specifically ask, like there's trolls in the chat, can the mods help with the trolls? But on your own, unless it's really obvious, like if they're breaking the rules, if they're doxing, if they're going after people's family, if they're doing really nasty personal attacks or hateful attacks, that kind of stuff. So are you saying just more like a status thing? Yeah, I can do that. Let me pull it up. Oh, actually, if you just type something in the chat, that's the easiest way. Yeah, there, I'll grab it from there. Oh, we got somebody in the back.
Sorry, I meant to come earlier, but I was talking politics on another channel, and
Oh, what channel?
what's his name? ZAT. I can't pronounce the rest of it.
Oh,
You know,
Zat.
yes.
Zatoichi?
Um,
Yeah,
he
we were
pulled-
talking about him earlier.
he pulled out a mic, and I immediately knew it was an SM57. And then we bonded like with music because like, how'd you know that? I'm like, because music. So if you know, you know what. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. My camera is glitching, so I'm going to turn it off.
Oh. Here, I'm trying to find his channel. It's not coming up.
I have the link right here because.
Oh, okay. It's Zatoichi444. Here it is. All right, here's Zat's channel for those that haven't gotten acquainted yet.
Something weird happened on it too. It was
No, I'm not full of shit or being weird. I read the notice. It popped up on my phone. I would not have made all that up. It even had little icons next to each option. So somehow, I don't know, have you been like getting a lot of cash apps from random people? Maybe their algorithm thinks you're a scammer. Welcome back. Wrenched African.
you know, Jeff.
What?
Spanner, sorry. Spannered African.
Monkey.
I guess everybody else. I've noticed something like among the. It even it's happening here. Like people are talking about drama from other channels, but there are these people who follow people like when they go on a channel.
They put trackers in. There's these trackers you can put that notify you when somebody's on a channel, and then they notify it in Discord, and then they spread it through Discord, like, oh, so and so's on
Yeah, and then they
Jeff's
come and
channel
try to
right now, and then
like,
they all show up at the same time. You can see them just file in at the same second or two.
Well, like even here, you have this sub Telecline, I think you pronounce her name. Now she doesn't like me because when I first got on YouTube, I was friends with somebody who she really doesn't like, and like I don't consider your channel like a drama channel or anything like that. And I was like, why the hell are you showing up in the chat? Like, are you following? She'll always show up if we're talking about Mike.
Yeah, I think there's a way to like put like track either people or certain words or something, but I've noticed
and like
that
that.
too.
I'm just gonna say Zat44. Like there's no drama on that channel. I know those people. Like I met them like a month ago. We come on. We like today we're talking about music, and this other YouTuber from like 4 or 5 years ago, she jumps up on the panel, just starts attacking me for some reason. I'm like, why are you even here? Like, it's almost like they see an open stream link and they'll go on there
and they think they're entitled to go up and confront the person.
Yeah, but it's the channel owner's panel, and it is possible that maybe some of these people you have drama with, but it's possible that they can actually go on a panel and talk about something which has nothing to do with drama.
In the back, can you flash your cam real quick? Oh my God!
That
Okay,
sounds
I thought
nasty.
you were
Can you
on
flash-
vacay,
Hey, what's happening?
and You, I
Yo.
definitely want an update from, because last time I saw you, you were standing
Oh,
in
wait a
front of
minute.
the Capitol.
Is this Jeff Talcott right here?
Yeah,
Jeff,
Holy
how you been,
yeah,
Jeff
he's
Jack?
the man, the myth.
Hey, you may not remember me, but I was there once.
Wait, are y'all fighting? Can y'all
No,
be a channel
I'm not.
together?
No, I'm not fighting with
Okay.
the
Oh, he
guy.
fights
I
with
don't
Jack.
know. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Plastic African. I was not expecting you to look white. I got.
Oh, that's plastic. What?
You
What?
racist.
How did you get that?
He's from Rhodesia, right?
What?
I don't.
Rhodesia.
It looks like it's
So,
a fucking
Jack.
Viking.
I
He
am.
does do. It looks like Eric the fucking Norwegian, right?
can we
I have
play
friends
this?
that-
Fucking
I
know.
have
Wow,
friends
is
that
this
look like
recent?
you. I do.
Yeah. Going out there, fucking.
Hey Jeff, can you do something? This guy's fucking scaring me here.
Which guy?
This fucking plastic African, who by the way doesn't look nothing like.
Oh my God! If Africa's scaring you, how have you been surviving on this channel at all?
Hey, listen, man, I am under attack. I've been under attack. I mean,
I thought you were on vacation.
I'm not on vacation yet. I'm going to Lake Sebago this fucking 4th of July for the weekend.
Oh, I thought you were
Even
out
if I
there.
wanted to be, King, you don't watch my shit at all. You don't watch.
I saw something
I'm a
about the
fucking
bear
moderator
attack.
here, Jeff. You don't watch my shit.
Something about the bear attack.
You don't do something
Oh,
about.
I heard about that. Is King? Was it King? Is he okay?
He's wounded, Nick. He's wounded.
So this was a
no, because
second
Doc
one.
was on this channel
He's a
telling
wounded-
us the story when it happened.
No,
I
no, no,
know.
no, no,
But
I
he
wasn't.
wounded then.
No. I told you the story of the first run-in.
Yeah, that's what it was. Two of them.
Yeah, this was the second run-in, which happened yesterday.
Oh no.
Oh, it happened again?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, King don't fuck around. Like, I'm worried about a third encounter, man. As soon as we got back from the fucking place, he jumped out the
What a
back.
bear.
Dude, he jumped out the back of the
Yeah.
Jeep and he went. Look, he's right here, right now. 'Cause he knows we're talking
yeah.
about him.
Did
He
he
was
go?
Is
right
he
over
okay?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems okay.
Come here,
Oh,
boy.
no, it's-
You didn't watch. You didn't see my-
Alsatian.
come here,
He's an
boy.
Alsatian.
How worried
boy.
is he?
Shepherd.
Over here. Come
German
this way.
Shepherd,
Come
right?
this way. Oh, Jake, come here.
Number
Come here.
2,
Come this way.
German Shepherd,
All
right?
right. Stay. You
And
guys,
Jack, I want to
guys
check
can
in with
see that.
you. And I
You guys-
love those curtains. It reminds
you
me of
guys
Twin
see that?
Peaks.
you guys can't. No, he just sat down. You don't want me fucking with it. You guys couldn't see that?
Doc, have you
See.
seen Wilhelm?
Hang on, let me
I don't know.
I'll go get him.
King, hold on. King, come here. I know, boy. Come here. Just one time. I'm not gonna fuck with that, I promise. Come here. All right, come here. Hey, all right, stay. Can you guys
Oh, I see it. Oh, fucking
I
hell.
saw
the
kind
wound.
of. It
Oh,
looks like the
fuck.
fur.
dude, his wound is like an inch thick. I know, boy.
shit.
My
Wow.
puppy.
Oh, fuck. And it's a bear, right?
No bears.
Yeah.
It's a bear,
He got
right?
attacked. He bitten by a bear.
So anyway, it's
fuck.
like this. Like you can't see it, dude.
Fuck.
The deepest gash is like this. It's about an inch and a half. It's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch deep. He got fucked, dude. But
He's got a good ass. He's got a good ass, right? Good legs.
Is he okay?
You know, thick ass fucking legs.
Yeah, oh,
I mean,
he
he
still
seemed
walks.
that,
got
that
his
he
stick. He
seemed
wanted-
remarkable for being.
Hold on, hold on.
Only flesh and muscle. He'll be fine. Dogs are fucking unbelievable
Guys,
creatures.
don't mind my yard. It's a little clogged.
William's not coming. He likes my wife better than I do.
I'm gonna try. Oh, really? No, I'm the man. I'm his master, dude.
Well,
Jack.
with him, it's
Damn bitches.
Hang on.
because-
I want to hear from Jack because he just
all
got
right.
back from D.C. He was in front of the Capitol. He was
Oh,
on
how'd
the
that go?
Don Lemon show.
Oh, he
And
was.
now he is in the Black Lodge.
see.
Talk to us.
Oh, there's been more than that too.
What's
Yeah.
what's going on?
Well, since getting tackled by the cop in front of the Capitol.
And what was that
step,
about? Because it was hard to tell from the video, but somebody said it was like mistaken identity, that they weren't really going after you. Or did you do something to get tackled?
We stepped beyond bike racks, which apparently were considered barricades by these uniformed citizens. And so since we walked beyond barricades on public grounds without permission, as veterans who served our military.
You're a veteran?
Yes, thank you.
What'd you serve? What were you in?
I did 2 voluntary enlistments in the Army back in the early 90s. It was the first Bush propaganda.
So you went into the first Iraq. I remember watching on television.
Make the best.
So what was your MOS? What was your rank?
I didn't achieve a lot.
Okay,
and
so when I went in, I was a 95 Bravo.
95. Was that medic? I can't remember.
Police.
Ah, the MPs. Yes. I was actually
Did my
S1.
basic, my AIT at Fort McClellan, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a combat veteran. I got an other than honorable discharge. So I don't want to claim any war honors or anything I wasn't part of. So you were part of the Iraq invasion?
Nope.
Okay.
That's the
Now
thing.
you're an anti-war activist.
Yes, I am.
And that's part of why you were in DC.
And you were.
Did you get your message to the people you were trying to get it to?
Hey, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, the point is, this was, see, back after Vietnam, there was an anti-war effort by men and women who served. It was Vietnam Vets for Peace. And then I think it was about 85, Veterans for Peace emerged, and I discovered them back in 2019. When I discovered the message and meaning behind Veterans for Peace, that became my purpose for life. Well, there's a newer evolution, a group called About Face. They're post 9/11 men and women who raised their hand to serve, and their organization is About Face, Turn Away from the Wars. Are you know that, or you're part of that?
Am I?
Plastic African.
Yeah, I mean, I was with, Afghanistan, Iraq.
You were in Afghanistan? When were you in there? What was your MOS?
I was support company.
You were support. What was your MOS?
What do you mean my MOS?
You don't know what an MOS is? You were never in.
This not.
If you don't know what a fucking MOS is, dude, you were
the US.
He's a liar, Jeff. He's a fucking liar.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
If you don't know what an MOS is, dude, you were never in. That's your mission occupational specialty.
For the
you don't know what your job was.
Infantry.
All branches.
He doesn't speak
all branches.
No, my friend.
You're a fucking liar.
True.
Plastic African, you're a fucking liar.
Dude.
If you don't know what your MOS is, dude, if you do not know what your MOS is, oh, wait.
You're an American.
Wait. Sorry.
I was trying to tell you. I kept saying that.
Dude, I apologize. Okay, I apologize.
Against
This is humility, folks.
No. I thought he was. I thought he was in the United States, and I thought he was in.
That's what we're trying to say. He's not in the U.S. military.
No, I know. That's what Vinny just put. I'm sorry.
I worked with a lot of Americans in the war because of Iraq, Afghanistan. It was the war because of 9/11, right? I was a recruit, a combat recruit of war then.
I apologize.
The atmosphere completely to where and how we had to do things. All right.
I apologize.
I mean the accent alone.
With this guy Jack here, you know, when I was in mission, when we were in mission, I guess, the tour, it was like all of a sudden we got to go to Iraq, and I thought to myself, you know, this in my head, like, what the fuck we going to Iraq for all of a sudden? We haven't even finished what's going on in Afghanistan.
Yeah, sorry.
Because the mission was to dismantle Al Qaeda. That's how they taught us. That's what the mission was essentially, you know. And then it went so crazy. And I saw this thing break down and I was like, I'm out. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And they try to drag me back in so hard. And many men that I know, and believe me, that they're still taking their lives. We're still losing men just because they can't live with what happened and what they saw and how that was. And you know, people are like, it's important to have a military. I grew up in South Africa, and when I saw the apartheid fail, and I know people go, oh, it's wrong, the apartheid, and I understand that completely, but they didn't understand what it was doing in that time and space, and how quickly it went so vastly different, like a game, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, let's vote for another government, and
I
let's
remember the
see how the next
concerts.
5 years works. Dude, it was fucking tragic. So I grew up violently, very, very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I can
And so
relate.
that's why, again, like a man
Yeah, I
here,
think
I
Doc
volunteered
could relate.
to do this because I thought.
Nick,
I
are
was
you
gonna be
okay?
like,
You said you were in an earthquake.
Nick,
Just tiny. Bleh.
Oh,
We get
did,
them all the time.
Did
hey,
we
you know,
see
Nick.
it?
I'm looking for it. I think it hasn't been posted. Like when I say tiny, I'm talking like
Oh,
3.
you think
Nick.
it caught it on stream?
Nick, we had a 3-point something earthquake here a few months back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
You know
fucking-
when
I didn't feel it, but I was told that. Yeah,
when I was in Virginia, because you usually don't get earthquakes there. I don't know if you remember, they had like a quake. It even damaged some buildings in Washington D.C.
well, you
Like,
know
it's like
why? Because they're not
2012, and people in Virginia were like freaking out. I'm like, dude, this is only like a 5-point something. It's like it's no
Yeah,
big
but
deal.
it's different here, dude.
Because nobody had ever experienced an earthquake. And
Well,
they're
it's
like,
not that. It's that the buildings aren't built to the same
That's
code
true.
that they're on the West
Yeah.
Coast. So when an earthquake happens here, dude, the house is fucking.
stuff will actually happen.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what's wrong.
like they're built for that shit. They put shock absorbers, so when the earth moves, the buildings move with it. It's fucking crazy. They have crazy engineering. And those big buildings you see in LA and shit, when earthquakes start hitting, they start swaying.
Yeah, they'll
Very
start
top. Yeah, dude. Imagine being in a skyscraper and it's like, you're like, whoa.
like
Can I ask you guys, because this is what the beauty of America is. Like, you were saying Virginia, right? And that's the Appalachians. They come into the Appalachians, Virginia.
Mhm.
I've been
yeah,
in-
it runs
It
through.
goes into it, and that land is just ancient.
Oh, it is.
It's the same mountains as Scotland, as the
Oh yeah,
Highlands.
it's ancient, dude. This is one of the most ancient lands ever.
What,
It's
the Appalachians? That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
like
it is.
our mountains are relatively new, and
The Appalachians.
those are ancient mountains.
ancient, bro. They've never moved anywhere from where their Pangaea was. They say so.
I went to this museum, and one of the exhibits was like the highest point in Virginia, and I'm like, yeah, there's a hill.
Oh,
close to me,
listen,
which
wait,
is
hang
higher
on.
than
We're gonna
mine.
get back to Jack because he has
Oh,
limited
sorry.
time, so I want
Oh
him to
shit,
have
Jack.
the floor.
Back to war hero, right?
No.
A peace
So-
hero.
Well, that's what I hope to become. And I took some time off from streaming the last week. I went and made a visit in New Orleans. I've never been there before.
Oh,
How is it?
I went back to Paradise, Utah, visited family again, and I just got back to Baltimore on Monday morning, I think. So my new goal is, since Independence Day, July 4th is in a couple of days, I think it would be a wonderful gesture of humanity for America to share independence with the rest of the world. So my new goal is, in all seriousness, I hope to speak with Donald Trump and the other United States congressional leadership by July 4th, so that we can create an independence from this banking dynasty and monopoly scheme that has men and women paying for wars.
Jack.
Simple as that.
I'm
That's a
behind
little
you.
Wow, bro.
unrealistic thing.
Well, to make sure I don't get
Dude, who do you
It's
lost.
in 2
think
days,
owns
but I don't
Donald
rule
Trump,
it out. I don't rule anything out from Donald Trump. And after seeing you at the Capitol, I don't rule anything out from Jack Talcott either.
Check out the clips. And then, seriously, I already tagged Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, Alex Stein. I'm reaching out to anyone I think who might help this happen, because the time is short. But I see it as, I don't know what we're supposed to do, but I know that real people are suffering and dying in places of war right now. And I don't appreciate that anymore.
It seems like it's increasing.
Jack, can I say something real quick?
Mhm.
I mean, you're talking about telling Trump against the globalists and the bankers and all this other shit. Who do you think owns him? I mean,
God.
all his cabinet is all Rothschild's puppets any fucking way. I mean, look, I voted for Trump all 3 times. Don't
Right,
get me
your doubts are fine. I've addressed years and years of doubts, so I don't need to argue against any of them.
I'm not trying to
I
argue with you. I'm
appreciate
just
it.
saying,
I
Like,
know.
do you really
You're
expect
saying
him
you
to
have
turn
doubts.
against-
You're
No,
saying you have doubts.
I'm
I
saying,
don't.
do you expect him to turn against that? For you,
He
for your cause?
claimed
He does.
I intend to speak with another man in service of America, just like I used to do, right? I served almost 30 years as a public servant, a federal employee with honors. And Donald Trump is kind of new to the game. He doesn't understand what service to
Donald
the
Trump's new to
American
the game.
public
He wasn't a
means.
lifelong Democrat.
Tell you what,
Like, come
I'm
on,
gonna
let's be
bounce
real.
out. I've
Let's
got
be real.
another call here in a couple
hang on.
minutes. You guys
I've
can talk
I'm gonna
about it
get
or
rid of
don't. Join me or don't.
Now,
I
what,
love
Jack? Do you have
you.
anything you wanna leave us with before you go? Like some final words.
You know, have fun. Stop fighting. It's a waste of damn time.
I agree.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jack.
Good luck.
Take care. You,
So he's a big wig, is he?
Hey, sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean nothing
no,
by it.
that's he just had limited time because he had another call he had to get.
Oh,
to.
okay. Yeah, I
Oh.
doubt that, but
You got
You know what
I
he
doubt
really
that me and
shows?
Nick Bolt know better.
Well, what he really shows, and this is, you said it, it's kind of a problem. It's like the only way to really affect political change is you need money.
No, hang on. No, I disagree completely.
I do too.
It's responsibility.
I mean, I
think
don't-
that's
I don't-
just
I
a
don't-
lack of creativity.
like that.
No, that's
that.
the fucking problem, isn't it? Like when it comes to, I'm sorry, COVID was the example of how we came to that condition, how we told ourselves this is what needs to happen because of the fear globally that happened, right?
COVID
All
was
enterprises did this. It essentially was like let's click our fingers and let's see how many people do the job. Bounce. And this is still going on. People we think we have fucking opinion now. Oh my god, man, it's done. It's happening. This is a fucking roller coaster. Enjoy the ride.
Well, I don't think it's a roller coaster as much as it's a theatrical performance. I think we've all been duped. I think that I think this is all staged opposition. To think anybody, even people that hated fucking Trump, would ever vote for Harris is like ridiculous. I mean, she was.
I couldn't vote for Harris.
Well, I'm not gonna shit on you. You've always been a.
No, I said I couldn't. I couldn't.
Oh no, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, it's for me and Nick Volt. I mean, he ain't no Trump supporter, but he voted Trump. He ain't voting for no fucking Harris.
Well, I'm a Reagan Republican. Like, I want to bring
What up, Jeff?
Republicans back to what.
Hey, tough
Used to be.
guy.
Absolute.
What's going on?
Just
What y'all niggas doing?
talking about
Just paneling?
Trump.
Panel person.
Hey, man, what y'all think about P. Diddy, man? What y'all think, man?
Dude, that's fucked. I mean, no, he wasn't guilty of the RICO, but fuck him anyway.
I don't know
still,
enough
he's
about
out.
it.
Yeah,
and
he's
I
done,
just saw
dude.
a
He's
few
walking.
headlines, so I really don't have.
He'll do
much
2
of it.
years.
I didn't follow the case.
Dude, he'll do 2 years tops.
Well, he
But
already been locked up, for a couple months?
Like
yeah, but they
7
wouldn't let
months.
him leave.
I think a year, right?
Did they give him bail now before sentencing?
No,
I don't know.
they didn't give him bail.
Oh wow.
He got denied bail.
Well, he's guilty of 2 crimes, so I mean, I
But
didn't.
is he
Why
still
would you
a
give him?
flight
Bail? Is he appealing them? Like, you know?
I think they had to do a guilty on something because they wasn't gonna let him just go scot free.
Look,
That's what
tough guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was totally biased today. I just hate P Diddy, dude. I do not like the motherfucker.
I never liked him either, but I don't like how they did him. Like as a black man, they always fucking
No, dude.
They been fucking with gay ass Tyler Perry, man. This nigga gay as hell. Why they fucking with Tyler Perry now?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. And you know something, dude? Fucking that Cassie, dude. Holy shit! Imagine being her husband in the courtroom listening to that shit.
Yeah, he's a simp. He's a simp.
And then, dude, he raped her.
He ain't gonna be married to her.
That,
I bet you in 5 years he ain't gonna be married to her.
dude,
Yeah,
she
she-
made. I would have walked right out that. If I was that dude, I'd have heard that. Dude.
That's worse than just yo bitch out there sucking dick. She was getting blasted.
Yeah, they were trying to be like, oh, she's pregnant. It's like, dude, that don't mean a fuck, dude. She's on that shit talking about he raped me. Then she
Okay,
beats me a
hey,
week
I'm
later.
monetized now.
Oh,
so
my bad.
Watch the content.
My bad. I didn't. All right,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, I
you
know
monetized now, Blair?
we're just
Okay.
going over Diddy gossip that's already out there, but
Do you
No,
guys
but
remember
dude, it's
that
testimony.
shooter at Trump's golf course?
the who?
There was
The
a shooter at Trump's golf course.
Yeah.
And when
I
they
do, in the
captured him, he looked
bushes.
like a crazy guy, but he went off on this whole rant about like how he works for Puff Daddy and he was forced to do like,
Oh yeah,
and
he's a
everybody
sex
thought he was
worker.
like
Remember
crazy.
that
Like,
part.
what the hell are you talking about? This was before he was charged.
And it came out to be true that he really
Yeah,
was
I don't know if they
fucking
brought him as a
Cassie.
witness or
He was like,
probably
I fuck
still in jail.
Cassie. I have sex with Cassie, and
Dude.
like,
Dude, fuck Diddy, dude. He's a cocksucker, dude. He should be doing life, but that cocksucker got out, and he'll be out in like 2 years. Watch, you'll see. He'll
Maybe
be out
Trump
like
pardoned him.
Dude, well, he went in for like, what do they get him on? Like prostitution. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares about that. And dude, her testimony was the weakest shit. They're talking about, oh, they're gonna have sympathy. She's pregnant. It's like sympathy. Dude, she's like hounding this guy to go and do this shit. She made the worst fucking witness. Dude, pissing in her mouth, all that other shit. Dude,
yeah,
that's
she asked for it. She's like,
Yeah,
"Piss in
dude,
my mouth. Do it slower so it leaks out." That's what
Ah,
she said.
dude, see?
She's telling him to do it slower so it leaks out properly.
Dude, and you gotta commit.
He's like,
Dude,
slow it down. Slow down, please.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I wish that motherfucker was doing life without. I wish he'd spend the rest of his fuck. I hate Diddy, dude. I hate Diddy.
Well,
I don't see how they didn't get him on the RICO because all they had to do is like prove like drugs and there was some other shit and it was all over the place. He had to have
Yeah,
got
because he could pull so many people down with him.
I doubt it, dude. It's just music shit.
Well, that's what they said
It's
about
not.
the other one, too.
Like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, who do you have?
I mean, really, when you got that much money.
No,
But
like
you-
Epstein shit was different. Those were world leaders. Like fucking Diddy didn't have
not world leaders, bro. I mean, people, yeah, but when you got, I mean, how much has a billionaire become a billionaire? Remember Enron?
Well, yeah, everybody knew.
I remember Enron.
when like $1 million was like, holy shit.
Nah, a million ain't shit, dude. If you have $1 million, you're not even a millionaire.
Enron thing was so it really affected California.
There's a
Yeah,
great
Nick, what are you gonna have? Like 10 million to be considered a millionaire now, or some shit? Like that?
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been this, depreciated in time in terms of how people are even bought by it. Yeah. So what Doe just said or taught is how these politicians become millionaires overnight.
It's a good question.
Yeah? Corruption, right? You know it's corruption. We all know it's corruption. What are we doing about it? Nothing, because they're in power.
I mean, look at when the drugs get approved.
Well, how
all
many
these
of them are
people
becoming
buy
millionaires
stock in it
overnight?
before.
That seems very far-fetched.
Oh, but they do. I mean, Pelosi to many of them.
Yeah,
was
but
a
she
rich
does
member.
stocks and stuff. It's not.
Yeah,
They
but-
don't like swear her into Congress and hand her piles of money. She's doing stuff outside of Congress on her own to get
I think
that.
though, but Congress.
So Congress itself is not the source of becoming the millionaire. It's something
No,
else.
Yeah.
There's something else that you're mad about.
No, but
dude, they're
when
all
you're in
corrupt.
Congress,
They're all
you're
corrupt.
privy to information which could
So
affect
what?
the way you
Joe
invest.
did so many streams
Insider
on
trading
this.
and all that other shit.
Nothing about your money or your stocks or your finance should be affected by what Nancy Pelosi's doing. Why
And to be
are
fair,
you
no,
worried
Pelosi's
about
rich.
Nancy
Well,
Pelosi?
Jeff, you don't think
She
they're
was
all
already
up the
rich.
defense contractors' ass? You think they don't have first-hand knowledge of when they're gonna bomb the fuck out of somebody, even though they play it off, dude? Dude, they're investing heavily. Dude, they're pulling money before companies
Who's
crash.
they?
What are you? Pelosi, fucking Schumer,
Nancy
fucking all
Well,
Pelosi's doing all this.
remember during
Dude,
the
are you
Bush era,
shitting me? Jeff, you don't know this?
What's
This is
how much
common-
money Dick Cheney
Jeff,
made.
this is common knowledge, bro. This is common knowledge. Like, go look it up, dude. You'll see all sorts of shit about their shady business deal or
Did
husband.
Trump make over $1 billion?
But
by
but
running
the claim was that politicians are becoming like overnight millionaires.
Oh, yeah, well,
Just from
technically,
being
yes, they're already
politicians.
there,
Well,
aren't they?
Jeff, what they're saying is when you take a job making like 50 grand a year and you end up having 5 million after a few
Yeah.
years.
But
Like,
how many of
what's
them
up
are
with
doing
that?
this?
Yeah.
Well, how many? Go look up their net worth and you'll see how many's doing it. And look how long they've been in Congress.
Loads, bro.
What do you think we're watching? We're
Because
watching
I think a lot of wealthy
millionaires,
people are
man.
getting elected to
Yeah, but
Congress to begin. Like they
is-
already have the
Also,
money.
you need money to get
when they
elected.
start
Run
to
a
run.
campaign, you have to have resources. Like, I mean, I
Look.
would love to run for my local Congress district. I just
Yeah.
don't have the resources to do it. So you
But
have
think
to
about
already
this.
come in with some
Okay.
capital.
Think about this, Nick. Nick.
Today we could do it if we actually
Nick,
govern ourselves through a global enterprise. But they
Right,
would
hold
say,
on.
No,
no,
not
outside.
going
Listen,
outside people
Nick.
can't
Yeah,
donate it.
right. Think about this.
Influence.
Who spends fucking $5 million on a job
bad.
where you make 70,000 a year? Who does that? Who spends 1.2 billion on a job where they make 600,000, 700,000 a year?
Jobs.
Who does that, dude? It's people that are gonna enrich the fuck out of them. They
That's
build
right. They
And to
every
be
time-
fair, I think that
But
happens
is
more.
that stopping you from doing anything you want to do in your life?
Hell yeah, dude! It's gonna stop you too. It's gonna stop you from being a
It hasn't
homeowner.
so
It's gonna
far.
stop
In
you.
fact,
and
it's
you
I've
own a
got
home
people
now.
doing even more.
You need to come up with this shit, dude. Like, think about it right now. If you don't own a house, no, hold on a second. If you don't own a house right now, you'll never own one.
Don
average
is somewhat
person.
correct about that. And it's a mass conspiracy, but these days,
rule
especially
out
like I even see my students, they don't purchase homes, they have to rent. And once in a capitalist economy, the only way to survive is you have to own property.
That's the only way you can build
And these
wealth.
days, everybody's renting.
I
They
don't
have
own
to rent.
property, and I'm surviving just fine.
But
Well,
you're
I-
not going
you
to.
rent
Like,
it,
now that we
then
know
you-
that, Jeff, like you're not going to be able to afford it, dude. You know
Save
what the
money, yeah.
average household's going at right now? Like $500,000.
But you know,
And
I'm
when
not.
we
That's
pay
a
rent-
limiting belief. I'm not gonna let that
Okay.
stop me. If I decide I want to own a home or own property or something, I'm not gonna let people on the internet saying you'll never own a home stop
Well,
me
no,
from
I'm not.
trying to
I
own a
wouldn't
home.
say
Yeah,
never own a
nobody's
home.
saying
If I
Yeah,
put my
the thing
mind
is, you
to it
can,
and I
you
work
can,
hard
I mean,
enough and I go out there
yeah.
and I say,
but
go,
when
I'll
do you
find a
own
way
a
to
home?
own a home.
I'm
Jeff,
saying you
let
can.
me say
Hey,
your
listen, Jeff.
age as well.
Hey, Jeff, listen, man. I didn't mean to be so harsh. Let me break it down. You can wish in
Okay.
one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills fucking up faster. Because
Wait,
if you
what am I
think
doing
that
in the first hand? I missed that.
you're going to fucking wish in one hand and shit in the other.
Oh,
Hey,
And you
but
can
if you
see
move
which
to
one
that sounds
fills
real.
up
Is
Idaho
that
faster.
like
or South
in
That's
India?
like
Dakota or
that's like
North
a dig
Dakota,
at
you
your
can get a house
home
easy
ownership
if you're in New Mexico.
Is that where their gods are doing this?
Hey, listen, man.
So-
Listen. I will eat my words if you hit the fucking lottery or like you have a rich relative.
I've had a home before.
Rich
in
uncles, you
Vegas.
gotta
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
want
you
a
didn't.
home
I'm not saying
because-
you didn't. And
for
a lot
many,
of people
many
did.
reasons.
I'm saying today's
But
market.
I've had the taste of having a home, and it's not for me at this point in my life right now. It's not a responsibility I want to take
It's
on.
a big ass
So
responsibility.
it's not an ambition
It's
of mine. But
not
if
a
I
big-
decided
Because when
I
you
did
own
want
it,
to
it's
own a
yours.
home,
That means you got to fix the shit.
I'm
And
not
if
gonna I'm not gonna talk myself out of it by just telling myself, "Oh, the world is so fucked. No one's ever gonna own home." I'm gonna go out and try.
I
to
didn't
own the
say
home.
no one. I said like they're making it like impossible. It's kind of like a warning thing. Like you go out right now, average mortgage is what, like $2,000 a month, plus repairs, property taxes, all that other shit. That's something you're really realistically going to take on right now. 30 years, you're going to take that on at that rate, and most likely you're going to have to get a variable rate, unless you're a rich bastard who buys whenever.
Well, I'm
It's
lucky.
set up that way, dude. You know, BlackRock is the single largest owner
But
of
none of
single-family
the
homes in
stuff
America.
that you said is gonna prevent me from owning a home. If I'm willing to do all that stuff, then I.
Then
get
what are you
own
going to
the
willing
home.
to do? You have enough right now to maintain a $2,000 a month mortgage, just on the mortgage,
More-
not the
Well, it's just
insurance,
more than that.
and then property
Mortgage
tax.
is gonna be like 2,500.
All right. Well, I didn't want to say nothing because I thought, but around here it's more like 3,200.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, no, y'all are probably right. The numbers are probably right.
I'm in California.
But I'm saying
so
none of
that's
that
about
makes
right.
me think that I can't own a home if
Well,
I
nobody's saying
if I agree to those terms.
I'm
You know,
not
I was
saying-
just-
No one
when
said
I
I'm
that.
in San Diego, California. If you look up San Diego, California, it's the highest rent in America.
Well, the
It's
highest-
very disempowering. I think it's way more empowering to have people believe that they can achieve
I don't live
their
there anymore.
dreams, including
Then
home
I-
ownership.
Yeah, San Diego
Hey,
is
Jeff,
expensive as fuck.
man, you got to be realistic. You can't be pumping assholes full of false hope.
But I
You
think
gotta-
it is realistic.
Well, you know what you gotta
think-
do?
Like I'm not trying to own a mansion or anything. I'm just trying to own a home. I don't think that's
Hey,
unreasonable
Jeff,
just because
Jeff.
the
Yo,
internet
pause
thinks
on
it
the
is
flipping that.
black pilled.
Okay.
Well, no, literally.
Yeah, I'm not trying to piss you off, man.
buying houses
You're not pissing
and
me
then
off.
doing them up and
Yeah,
flipping.
you're getting mad. I see the antlers
No,
glowing.
you're not reading me right.
Yeah, you
It's
fucking
not anger.
asshole.
People
we
see
build
anger
our
all the time where
houses.
it's not there on me.
You know,
You're getting mad.
£70,000 we sink 30, maybe 35,000 pound in it within 2 months, and then we put it on the market and we sell it for about 150 to 200,000 pound, right? And that's between like 4 of us that we're doing it. So each time we split that 4 ways, and we got a team that goes in there. And, bang! That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, no, I think I catch you. Yes.
I mean, it's.
You own a
I
home,
work
don't you?
myself. I do. I want to look at, but I get drunk when I need to. When I have a job that I have a contract, bang! I get on it. I have to go through it, and I get my payment. And it's my gamble. It's my attitude. Now, the problem I have is how government here and where you guys are taking that's what I'm doing, and oh, this is mine. Without me actually having a right to say, what are you doing with my money? Yeah.
Well,
that contract to me globally has become a very big problem, and that's why there's this disturbance here.
Yeah, but listen,
the inequality, isn't it, of our states?
Well, how is it a problem? How is it affecting you?
No, because my government here in Britain and in Europe, they're paying for illegal immigrants like you wouldn't believe. It's costing us billions to deal with this crap.
No, I don't
thought
agree
you said
with that.
inequality.
And this is all our fault indeed because of what happened.
If there was illegals, they got to get them the fuck out.
It's bad. No, but it also means that now we have to like subject ourselves to.
You can do that bleeding heart
You
shit, but the bottom of the line is they flood it with illegals. They're sucking off the shit that American real born should get.
You got it worse.
I know. It seemed like we switched topics. That's all, because he was talking about income inequality, and suddenly we switched to illegals.
No, but it's the same.
Dude, it's a problem even where he's at. It's a problem.
But it's a different topic. That's all.
It's not. It's all the same, dude. It's human suffering. It's human quality of life. People that have worked their whole lives, they got to pay for some fucking asshole. It just showed up. But if we did that in their country, we'd be hunted down, thrown in jail, beat the fuck out of them.
Nobody's taking money out of my check to
African, you already know. Jeff's just a little.
They take money out of my check. Hold on. They do take money out of my check for that. Because
immigrants, like it says on your check, the immigrant fee.
No, but we pay a lot of taxes because we have a
right. But when I pay my taxes, it's not my money anymore. I'm giving it to it's their money.
Taxes are for your own people,
and then we have a political process to guide and direct the spending of that money. But that's separate from me handing my portion over to them.
I'm not saying
these are people that just want to whine and bitch. Y'all are some whining.
Hey, get over here now. Come here. Are
y'all still trying to convince me that I'm not gonna be able to own a home if I decide that I want to?
No, I'm not trying to convince you of shit, dude. Like, trust me. What I'm trying to say is, though, for you to think that illegal shit, when you couldn't do it yourself, nobody else could, but they have a right to do it here. Like, illegals, not like you come do it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
Say, like, your tax money, you don't care about it. Like, you can go wherever. No, it can't go wherever. It should go for our roads, our infrastructure, making our quality of life better, our food prices, and our everything.
When I hand the tax money over to the government, when I write the check and send it off,
unless you do it the right way.
I don't go and look up what they're spending it on. I know how the budget's divided. A certain part of it is mandatory. Some of it is discretionary. I do know that the Medicaid food stamp part of it, the social services part of it is fixed, that it takes up a big chunk of one of those two budgets. So I know all that basic general info that doesn't change. But the individual, what they're doing with that money, I'm not even curious enough to go check. It doesn't matter to me.
So they don't give a
I trust that they're more or less doing something to improve America with it.
Yeah, and you and you believe that, dude. But the fact of the matter is, dude, taxes are
America seems fine. Whatever they're doing with it, it's keeping America.
This country was founded because they didn't want England in their pocket. And
hey, number two, hey, your ass in the Midwest, huh? Number two, you in the Midwest?
Huh?
You in the Midwest, number two?
No, I'm in the North.
In the North? Okay, the side of your house looks like paneling from like Midwest.
No, this
Oh,
is
you're out
up north, dude, in New Hampshire. I'm in New Hampshire.
Cause we got like stucco and shit out here. It's a little
Where
I
are
different.
know. I've
you,
been out
tough
west.
guy?
I've been in El Paso, Texas, and shit. New Mexico. They do have like a
Yeah, they
stucco,
had
It's
that in
different.
Vegas
Yeah,
too.
it's like
I
a
love
different
it.
style.
with
Yeah,
roofs that
yeah,
come down like fucking
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was in El Paso, Texas every morning. They had these I swear to God, these mini little tornadoes every fucking morning. It was like little windstorms, and they would blow the
Dust
shut in front of
storms.
the fucking
Dust
house.
You know,
storms.
Yeah,
I used to go to
the
the.
little
I used to
dust
go to
storms.
this bar.
It's a
I
desert
go to this
thing.
bar in El
Bro,
Paso. There's this bar in El
as it
Paso
was
where
blowing off the fucking house.
Like little dust devils.
no, there's a Mexican maid in there.
Fucking
Stop.
Nick. Listen
How
to
you
Nick.
know she's
Trying to clean
Mexican
up
just
the
because
place,
it's El
right?
Oh, I
Paso?
fell in love with her.
That's what she's
They can
doing.
have white
Dusting,
maids.
dusting. Ooh.
Hey, you
And
live in
Any
Africa?
other color background of
Huh?
maid.
You live in Africa?
Oh no, I lived in Africa. I don't live there anymore.
Oh,
Where do you live now?
The UK.
Oh,
From, from the place that actually started the first revolution of England, actually, in the center.
That is correct.
You want to be American?
He is
hey.
correct.
So what in England can you do that we can't do here, and vice versa? What can
hey,
you that we can't?
You know what? America's way more free.
They can probably eat
because you
Kinder
guys still have
eggs.
guns, and
You can
still
boil your
do-
meat. You can boil ground beef in the United Kingdom.
Yay! Well, I don't know. We can get what is it?
Oh, y'all got brothels out. Y'all still got brothels out there.
You guys get guns. We get hangers.
Hey, do y'all still got brothels out there?
What brothels?
Yeah, brothels.
Yeah, I mean, of course they are. They're not.
I
legal.
was in Germany. I was
They're
in Germany.
everywhere.
and they had
Come on, guys. There's
They had a
whole
red
lot
light
of-
district that was
You guys
totally
mad?
prostitution was totally legal in that. It was in Hamburg.
Yeah, I've seen these places left, right, and center. I've been to Africa, bro. Believe me, Africa, there's no rules. The deep and
And I
darkest.
drove
place-
on the autobahn.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the
It's
jungle
true.
for real, huh?
It's true. There's no speed.
Africa's such a huge continent. People don't understand. You know, they don't
It's
get
really
the
big.
gravity of what
It's
happened
big.
and how.
Hey, can't you put like 3 Americas into Africa? Like 3
No,
Americas,
because-
right?
The Western Foundation comes from, again, how Rome, I would say, had influenced Europe and how that came into being, right? And America is the pinnacle of this. Why, America is great, truly. And I believe that. For all people that are American to
I agree.
understand, and they shouldn't break that down. It's amazing. And again, I hate this idea to separate when it's African Americans. Yeah, that happened, but when you're American, you're a fucking American. Doesn't matter what
We
skin
just
It
you
call
doesn't
them
make any
black.
sense.
The black
There are
people
a lot
out there
of
just call
where I
themselves
live.
black.
There are a lot of Indians who lived generations in Africa and got kicked out
375.
of. I forgot what the guy's name was. Was it Zimbabwe, where they basically kicked out all the Indians, and they're technically African Americans now. But you can't say that.
Oh yeah, so that
No. Like
that was like almost transference of
they
people.
had Wampanoag Indians, and it was different, dude. There's a whole
I've got friends. I've got friends that from Kenya and Tanzania and Ethiopia as well. Jesus, all over the place. I went to school with them in really good schools, right? And they're from all around the world. Rich kids. They were richer than my family, but they were from all around the world, and mainly Africa and America. Okay. That's what I'm getting to. Is that the understanding of us
Right.
should
Oh,
be bigger
give
than our
Oh,
country.
you ready? Did you give him sleep and stuff?
No.
Oh, give him sleep.
Who's that?
Yeah,
All right.
Is
Yeah.
that Mrs. Duck?
yeah. She's giving King his. He's got some sleep painkiller sedation meds.
Oh, did you take him to the vet at least?
I tried to take him. No, I called my vet, dude, the one he's been going to for 5-6 years. Which you would have seen this if you would have seen this on my channel. Ryan Brown.
Are you doxing?
No, that's my
Oh.
fucking channel. Yeah, I'm doxing myself.
Oh, okay, never mind. I get it.
All right,
I
look.
didn't know.
Look, go to
So-
Lord Doc, right, and then go to my posts. I shared out. That's my.
Oh,
one of
okay. I hardly
They're
ever
like
see the
8,
post.
10.
I don't. It doesn't show you the post automatically. You have to go hunt for it.
Yeah.
Whatever. just go check that out. It'll answer all questions that you may have. Like
About King.
no, well, not about King. Yeah, if you go to my community post, and I did a couple shorts when I had to carry them in. I was.
Oh, are you talking about that other thing you were gonna do the other day?
No, what other thing?
Yeah, you said you were gonna do something on some channel. I guess it didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it was on the last stream. You were
My stream?
no, the last time you were here, you were talking about
What?
some big stream you were planning.
Oh no, I was probably just talking shit, dude. I mean,
Oh, okay.
the stream I did, it wasn't more than like 40 something people.
Because that's what started me like trying to find the other channel to begin with. Because you were gonna do this big, like, information dump or something, and I wanted to see.
Well, that depends on the fucking. I don't even want to get into it, dude.
All
That's
right,
why I want
all
to bring
right.
this in. I mean, I hear conflicted things. I hear them being talked about. I hear they're trying to put false fucking narratives on me.
You just ignore it.
Right. So
If
if you don't know and it's conflicting, you just sit
they're
tight.
punching in a box, then
and
who
wait,
cares?
Like, don't
Well, I mean,
react
come on, listen,
to partial
man.
information.
I know everybody thinks that I'm stupid and all this other shit,
I
but
don't.
I'm gonna tell you.
I never thought that.
Oh yeah, Jeff, yeah. I mean, but people put stupid shit out there. All you gotta do is have common sense to know that's not the fucking case. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, it just is. You know, I don't bullshit, and I'm not fucking here to live in anybody's weird YouTube world. You know,
You
it's like,
are.
dude, my dog got bit by a fucking bear. That's what I care about. That's my boy. I mean, that's my baby. You ain't gonna fucking, so real life comes a knocking, and I get a job.
Yeah.
They said bring 1,000, but it ended up costing $640 something. I say $650. But they don't even worry about their own fucking shit. They don't even have their fucking families there. And it's like, what? I'm not gonna talk about you, but don't make me. Don't make me point out the fucking obvious differences.
Well, did you get your channel back at least?
No, I didn't. What do you mean at least? Like, I never really thought.
Oh, I thought they were
that was
gonna,
gonna.
I thought they were going to remove the strike
All right, look.
or withdraw the claim.
If you don't, Lord Doc, if you don't want to give your information to do the counter notice,
it's not the information. It's just
you don't have to do that.
No, I know. Squishy was telling me.
Yeah.
She gave me her email and all that other shit. She wants me to do it. I don't want to talk too much. I was getting in trouble.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much. But I don't even care about that, dude. I want to, I don't really want to be on the thing, like talking all this crazy, gross shit about her. Or even bringing up discussing shit about him. I just don't even want to know these.
Why can't we talk about something?
No, we could drop it.
That's what I try to be, but Jeff wants to talk. So
I moved on. You the one still talking about.
Let's go back.
I'm not doing shit, dude. You channeled the power of the
rewind
and brought you to this topic.
Lord Doc, you didn't explain what King's injuries were. You said what you're doing, but like, what happened? Like, how bad was the injury?
Go to my community post and zoom in.
Do you have a new channel though? Because I only know your.
Do I have a new channel? I have like 8 new channels. I do. I really do. The one I'm using right at the moment is Ryan Brown.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
All right, that's it.
If it makes you feel any better, my wife heard about it and she was concerned because
did she?
We love German Shepherds.
Oh, King, yeah.
That's right. He was supposed to show us the unicorn rainbow. Unicorn.
I'm not digging that shit out now. Look, I mean, this bad hair and everything. King just had this ain't.
He has family. He's having family tragedy.
I'm having issues.
Well, King should know he's got people all across the country thinking about him.
No, I loved it, dude. Even people that are all mad with me.
I'm more concerned about King than
I love them
any
people,
of the
man.
other drama.
I love them people. I really do, dude. I love them people that showed King love, dude. You people just being animal fucking lovers. I know you're a good person if you love the animals. You know that. And for you all
that's what my wife said. Like, I can come off as a hole and this and that, but when I met her, I was single, but I had a German Shepherd and a cat, and they were very happy and she's like, "There's no way this person can be a bad person because his animals like him." I was like, "Oh, nice. That's cute."
I thought that too about one guy, and it turned out not to be reliable.
Really?
So every now and then,
Sometimes
like, don't use that as the only filter.
What was he
Every
doing
now
though?
and
Was
then
he
it can
fucking with
fool
the
you.
animal?
No, he wasn't fucking with the animal, but
Like abusing it?
he had a pet he was attached to, but he was still an evil psychopath. So it
Yeah,
didn't
but
mean that he was. It didn't mean anything about his character that he had this cat that he took care of.
hey,
But
Nunzio,
I
that's for
thought
real,
that it
man.
did in the beginning. I'm like, oh, he has a cat and he likes it and he takes care of it. That's a good sign.
Hey, man,
Well,
if that's
I think what she was saying was, you had two of them, and they're because pets take on their sort of personality of their people, especially like cats and German shepherds.
German
Um,
Shepherd, yeah,
like
man. You're right
I can
about
tell a
that.
lot by like I know this person is a complete social freak, and she has this cat which is completely neurotic. It's like, and she's neurotic. It makes perfect sense.
I wouldn't judge somebody by their pet.
Hey, can I just say
It's
something?
just
No, Nunzio, man.
just one variable, just one
Hey,
variable.
hey, Nunzio, if you really mean that, man, salute, man. If you really mean
It
that
seems like
about King,
it
I know it
seems
don't mean
sincere to
shit, but I
me. I
really
didn't even think
appreciate
to
that.
question it.
I lost my mum 9 years ago. I remember, guys,
You lost your mother.
9 years ago she died.
I haven't
Um,
talked to my mother in 15 years, going on
yeah.
16.
Oh, who cares? But my
I know.
relationship,
Listen to this, but who cares about your shit?
yeah,
Who gives a
exactly.
fuck, dude? Why do I want to hear about your mother? You don't care about
Because
mine.
of the dog she had, as you said, with the
It was
Alsatians.
a Bichon Frise. It was a
No,
Bichon.
the Alsatian is incredible
No,
because
you know what a
she
Bichon
adopted
Frise
it.
is? It's a little
I've
white
heard of
poodle
those.
type of. Yeah, dude, they're the
Yeah.
cutest little dogs. Bought it for $200. She had a Bichon Frise. Damn, dude, that's fucked up. Who cares, right?
You care.
Care about what? The Bichon
Dogs
Frise
and
was an
animals.
awesome dog, dude. It was named Rudy. Actually, no shout out to Rudy Shivers. Good dude, man. Rudy Chavez. That's my dude. Nah, man. Actually, the dog's name was Rudy. We used to call it Q.
There's a great film called Jock of the Bushveld. It's South African. Check it out.
Jocko the who?
The Bushveld.
The
From the
bushhound?
yeah, Veld.
Bushhound.
Bushveld. Jock of the
Bushhound.
Bushveld, yeah.
Okay.
You'll find it.
Well, Nunzio, humans or animals? People or animals, including yourself.
Speak for yourself. I'm a god.
We talked about that. The
Yo,
beast.
hey, King, come here. Yo, this is my boy. He is a true warrior, this boy. It's not his fault who his master is, but yeah, I've never experienced a bond with an animal like this dog. He was the
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't seem worried.
no, he's not. In fact, he's looking to beef, and that's really what scares me, dude. He keeps walking the trail, and I don't know.
Has that changed since the second attack? Like is he more?
He jumped out the back of the fucking Jeep, and he went right over to the spot and started sniffing.
Oh
And
my
then he
God.
wanted to go down to the fucking brook. I'm like, God damn it, man! Like, I pull him in, keep him in the house, throw the AC on. Like, no, like nothing's stopping him, dude. Like, shit's all he's fucking playing tug, chasing shit. Like, I don't know, man. You guys don't understand. I can't heap enough attention and praise on this animal. Like, listen, if you're gonna get a German Shepherd, just know a few things. They're not like dogs. They're like people. They can understand. Like, they understand when you talk to them. They're way smart. They're the hardest and easiest dogs ever. My dog was easy, super easy, as far as I'm the master. He listens to me, goes to the bathroom outside. He was super hard on aggression, like not family. Family was overprotectiveness to a point where
Yeah, you got to watch that.
oh yeah, dude, I had the police here over this dog many.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he bit somebody. It was horrific. It was horrific. But it's not the type of dog to have if you're like in an apartment or
No, absolutely not. And it's not a dog like you keep outside. I mean, it is part of the family.
yeah.
It goes everywhere with you. When we go to bed, it sleeps in the bedroom.
He's right there. He's
Yeah.
laying right there. He has not left my side. Like, look, here he comes because he knows we're talking about him. Like, he knows it. He knows he's on.
Anytime we get a shepherd, we have we do the basic training like sit this, but we always get a trainer. And it costs a little bit more money, but the outcome is a lifetime of a well-trained dog. I live in suburbia, but like he can walk outside, he'll walk around the house, he doesn't run, he won't approach strangers, but he can sense people. Once I feel really bad, I lost my temper about something, and Wilhelm like ran to the bathroom and like hid in the tub because he knew I was angry, and it like freaked him out. And so I got to be careful.
Wait, you named your dog Wilhelm?
Wilhelm, he's German.
The Kaiser Wilhelm the
You
First.
named it, or did he come to you that way?
No, I named him. I named him Wilhelm.
Okay.
My last shepherd was Diedrich.
Diedrich.
Yeah, my cats get very common names like Steve, Stan.
You give them people names?
They get good German names. Especially like when you're at the like he's trained in German, and so like at the
You're
park.
not German, are you?
No,
Okay.
but it's a German Shepherd. It speaks German.
Oh, I just got it. Okay, duh.
Yeah, and also that's the way our trainer did it. She also told me, I guess the reason why police dogs are trained in German is because they don't want the people giving them a command. So if they only know commands in German, they're not going to know sit this. So if you're ever getting chased by a canine, just start speaking to it in German. It might listen to you.
Don't do that.
I don't know any German. What would I say?
Hey, listen.
Just walk around going,
Auf Wiedersehen.
Hey, that might work, but don't do that if you're being chased by King. I'll tell you that. Like Germany.
What do we do for King?
Well, actually, in reality,
I don't know.
Act like a bear.
Yeah, stay perfectly still.
you.
You'll see me running after King full speed. Like, no.
if one of them's chasing
Put
after
on
you,
a
the
bear
best thing to
suit.
do is just stop.
You can try. Like, I don't.
Stop and look friendly, and don't look them in the eye.
Just stop. Cover your nuts. Like that's what you do. Stop.
Ooh,
Cover your nuts.
thank you for that warning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want.
They just know things. Like I have this friend, Wilhelm just loves him. I had this grad student come to my house, and Wilhelm, like his hair went up. He was growling. Like I actually thought he was going to bite this person. After the person left, she stole freaking makeup for my wife, and like Wilhelm just knew this person shouldn't be here. It was the weirdest thing.
No, they sense fucking shit,
Yeah.
dude.
And who the fuck would steal from their professor's home? Like that's like what? Actually, I think it's like a kleptomaniac thing. But like,
anybody.
I've never seen Wilhelm like that before. Like he was growling, his hair was up. I was like, "What's?" Whereas my other friend who does music, he just first day they met, they're just like, "Yep, you're good. You're a good person."
Do you want to hear a story? Well, I mean, there's a bunch, dude. Like King's cornered people, like riding their bikes by. He's chased them down, fucking cornered them. They jumped. I'd hear people scream, and I come around. One time, I was way down in Portsmouth. I had gone like 2 days. Chrisanne was home. The girls, she didn't work then. And King, when he would see people, especially if I wasn't home, he would just take off down the driveway after them. And one of these days he did that, and she went, it was like in the middle of winter, and she went running after him. And she got down to the bottom of the driveway. The people were walking. King dipped off into the woods, barking at these people. She fell. The people turned around, came back. They're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" As soon as they got closer, King fucking emerged out of the woods, barking, dude, like showing, dude, like got between her and them. And was like had them like basically run away, like that he fucking balked and fucking like stood his ground until everybody took. Like they didn't even approach her. She's all trying to apologize and shit. She's yelling at King, but King's got the social order as I'm his master, but when I'm not here, he runs the house.
Yeah.
So, like when
it's our. Me and my wife fight whether it's me or her. That's actually depends on the mood. But then after us, it doesn't go to Wilhelm. It goes to the cat. Then it's Wilhelm.
Oh,
But we got to be like, we really, because, German Shepherds, they can bite. And especially here in freaking California, like,
and
even if the
welcome,
dog,
Shiv.
like, licks somebody in an aggressive way, they're going to sue you.
I don't know. These people didn't sue me, and
People they're insane. And so, like, Wilhelm really knows the difference between, like, something which is a threat, and he'll know, like, if we're there, then it's okay. But I know when some delivery people come to our house, some of them are like, "Oh, cool dog." The other ones are like scared of him because when he barks, he's big and he sounds evil. And he kind of looks like a coyote.
oh shit, Chef, salute. Holy shit.
Hello.
I didn't know
Salute, Shiv. I guess you
I
do
just
get
wanted,
one.
I just wanted to contribute to this because I thought that I understood dogs until I met a German Shepherd, which is basically a horse. They're like,
Yeah.
they're so huge. And so, like, I went to somebody's house that has a German Shepherd, and he was just like, just pretend you've known him your whole life. Like, that was the strategy. So I just like walked in, and I was thinking like non-threatening, 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 just because I was like, oh, this dog is psychic for sure. Like, it's in my head. And that dog was so good. And again, like, you do have to train them. Like, shout out to people that are good caregivers to their pets, because it makes all the world a difference. But this dog was like huge. I mean, it's so powerful, but yet so gentle. And like, I tried to play peekaboo with him. I put like both of my hands could barely cover like part of his face, and I was so scared the whole time because I knew what could be. But what a good boy. And
like, dude, he's
he's
like,
so sweet. But he took my arm. He like put my arm in his mouth, like he wanted to show me something. He didn't bite down at all. But like, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Like, he was like, he
No,
he
you
just
don't do
took me
that
to
to a
show me
human.
his toys. I was like, oh my god, the goodbye arm, because they're so. It just was I don't want to be like what a beast, but like it's just like all muscle, but like also so much heart. So I don't know. Shout out to German Shepherds. I have a whole new appreciation for dogs because they're so
I like
incredible.
people. Wilhelm was the first German Shepherd which my wife raised as a puppy. She's like, I'm never doing that again, because it's like raising a toddler. I mean, they act like people. We interact with them,
I
but
didn't think it was that bad. I really didn't.
I didn't think it was bad. But
They were
but
mean growing up.
Well, that's what it was. Like, he had a little
you
bit
have
of
to be
food
used to
aggression
it.
when he was a little puppy. Dude, and when they're puppies, they have like razor sharp, pointy teeth.
Oh yeah,
That's like, brutal. So if they catch it, it's not like when they're, like his age. But one time, I got him when he was 8 weeks old. He was this tiny little thing. He was like this big, but his paws were they were huge. And he looked almost clumsy, like cartoonish. He's got these big old paws. And I gave him a treat one time, and he had it in the hallway in the house. And I went up to pet him, and when I went up, he started growling and shaking and looked at me out of the corner of his eye. And as soon as I put my hand up near his head, he spun around and grabbed my hand and started barking at me. And he was like a little puppy. He was probably like 9, 10 weeks old.
Yeah, I do that too. Try to take my pizza. Better watch out.
Well, not now. Now
I'm just kidding. Well, my favorite has to
he snapped out of that.
I can leave food on the table. He knows not to get it. And even now we stop because he's a little bit older. But like before, we trained him how to eat. Like we pour the food, he waits.
I can't see anything.
What's that?
Oh, someone's trying to come on in the back. Okay, I got it now. Sorry. Go ahead. Take care, African. Hey, how do we email? Email me through my website.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect.
You have a website?
Yeah.
Thought it was something
The
totally
description
different.
for my practice.
Oh shit! Is it a work night again?
Yeah, but it's a late one.
Yeah.
I go in
I
late
gotta go
tomorrow,
out of
so
here
I don't
myself.
have to end early.
Oh, okay.
Jeff,
Oh, all right.
thanks for having me up, man. Yo, Nick, shift. Always a pleasure. Moose, good to see you. I gotta get out of here, guys. Salute. If I don't
All
see
is
you,
fun. See you later.
happy
Salute,
Fourth.
Doc.
Get better, King.
Yeah,
Been a
King.
pleasure. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
keep it around.
We're all praying
Have a
for
good
you.
night,
and
everybody.
doing
Love you
spells.
guys. Salute.
Salute.
See ya.
Salute.
That's what I'm saying.
Welcome. Moose, what's up? Is it a
Oh,
work night for you?
just got off work.
Uh,
Escaped the grind. I have 2 days off. We'll see if that works.
Because they can call you in anytime.
Oh, they always try to.
See, I don't know if I could do that kind of work.
Yeah,
I had to go back to work
Where
today
you're
after
always
2
like,
months,
it's
and it
not a
sucked.
clean division between work and life.
Yeah.
One can always turn into the other.
exactly.
The ultimate thing is you got to find work which doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
You love what you do, never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Thing is like realistically, like most people have to make an income doing something that's not like 100% enjoyable. So like as long as you can like have a work life balance and you can like cut off the work and there's nobody like chasing you down. Like right now I get emails like all day long, all night.
Yeah.
I get
You
text-
got to that was really hard for me when I was working in industry. Like, shut the BlackBerry off. But we're like trained. It beeps. Like, I don't look at the email now. Got to look at it now.
I just hit the sleep button on my phone and then I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm asleep from 7 o'clock p.m. If that's whatever time I get home or 10 o'clock p.m. whatever until I wake up. Fuck them.
And don't hang out with coworkers. Or if you do hang out with coworkers, don't talk about work.
I don't
Don't
think
do
you have to
magic
worry about that
mushrooms
with you.
and leave your phone on. There you go. That's my advice.
Hi.
I once smoked the good stuff with a coworker. That was fun. And they were like, their field was like philosophy. We had a lot of fun.
Just
It was
one?
my coworker that taught me how to do acid.
Well,
That's who introduced me to it.
Just got done smoking a fat joint with one of my coworkers.
and that reminds me, this person invited me to like some punk show, and I'm gonna go because they like got really high up in the university. So it's like always good to have friends in high places.
Yeah,
Plus, they're
punk
really cool to
friends
hang out with.
too. That are
That
most
seems
punks
like a
don't make
country
it that
song.
high.
Oh no, it's low places. Wait, how does the song go? I got friends in some directional places.
Or is it high places?
I don't know.
got
They both sound
low
right.
places. In low places.
Is it? That seems like, why would you want
Go
to brag
to
about
the
that?
oasis.
Why would you brag about having friends in low places?
Because you're like one of the people. You're not you're not
Oh.
bougie.
Oh, it's a non-bougie kind of ballad. Okay,
Yeah,
got
because
it,
it's
got it.
from like working class country and
So
western
what would
culture.
the song of the people be here in the panel verse? Just like,
Ooh,
I
Lord.
got fake friends from fucked up places.
As we know,
They go by number. Like
of
channel popularity is clout. So I guess you have friends on.
Is it?
But panels are all the same size. So I got friends on. There's no side. There's no high and low. Except when it comes to numbers. But every panel is exactly like any other panel, like
they all have a,
formally.
Hmm. I don't know, because you could have a channel with like high subscribers, but nobody comes to your lives. Just
Yeah,
depends.
that's how midlife
that
bro logic is.
he bought his subscribers. That's why he doesn't have anybody watching him.
Do what?
I've seen him have a lot of people when he's like talking Trump,
Oh,
like a lot. But
I've seen him up there with a couple hundred when he was doing like the Trump shit, but
oh wow.
I mean,
Okay, well, so he was just whining. It was fake tears.
I mean,
Because he
like,
would come here and complain how he has all these subs, but it doesn't translate into viewers. But I didn't know he was pulling in 100 viewer streams.
I've seen it
I
happen.
think it's specific to the content. Yeah, if he just went live, I think it would be not as much. But when he was doing live coverage of Trump stuff, a lot of people poured in for sure.
It's hard to
I
be
mean,
inspired by somebody who lives in their parents' basement.
You're coming in a little low, Moose.
Well, churn me up. Churn me up, Eddie.
Turn.
Talk
Free to
dirty to
rock.
him.
Turn it
You heard
up,
it. Take off your
man.
shirt.
Oh no, it's not gonna. I can't keep giving it away. I have to draw a boundary if I ever want to become a good capitalist.
Fine.
But
Be a
maybe
good.
for the fourth, if I get the right
That,
amount of super chats.
yeah, the independence of your nipples. There you go. Let them free.
Because I did it for Flo. I helped Flo. Flo used me and Pi to make him a little bit of scratch. So I can't do less for myself than I was willing to do for somebody like Flo.
Are you willing to dye
That
your
would just
nipples
cheapen
blue?
me. Huh?
Blue? Will you put like,
Blue
you know what? Did you ever
pasties?
watch? Yeah, but like
Joe.
patriotic ones, like little flags.
Oh yeah, I would wear patriotic things.
Oh, that's adorable. Make it happen, people. Make it
Yeah.
rain flags. There was. Did you ever watch the document, the documentary called Final Member?
Did you say documentary?
Never heard
I
of it. I'm
did.
scared
I
to
did.
Google it because every time I
Oh my
Google
god!
something, I find fucked up shit
It's
from you.
about the phallological museum in Iceland that like collects all the
Oh, I was trying to think of the name of. I didn't know it was called Final Member.
yeah, the Final
I thought
Member.
it was called the penis at the end of the world or something like that.
No, but I just like this doesn't ruin it for anybody, but there is a part where this guy who wants his dick to be the first
Hey,
dick.
hey, hey! Did I mention I'm monetized now and we
Monetize.
got advertisers and stuff, and I have to
You
kind
can't
of
say
be
It's
that
a new
word.
super chat now.
careful. It's just the overall
Okay.
gestalt of it all.
So this gentleman was gracious enough to volunteer his appendage for preservation. Yeah. Anyways, but there was a part where he got it tattooed with with the Star Spangled shaft. I don't know. Anyways, never mind. Forget it. There you go. I brought Joe Cool. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That's what brought you. See, people they think I'm joking when I call this a gay bar for straight men.
I call that too for sure. It is. Wow.
I
Hey,
don't
Joe
plan
Cool.
any
Happy
of this. They
birthday.
they bring it all themselves. I just observe and report.
Hi, Tommy. Welcome.
Yeah, I think something is going on with your audio. I tried to adjust it, but it's still coming
She
in
sounds
weird.
fine to me.
Moose?
I think. Maybe I
Oh,
wasn't listening.
probably
Welcome back,
not.
Lord Doc.
Okay. The good kind of gay. Not that there's a bad gay, but the gay vibe. That's what we're going for.
Oh, Joe Cool's here. I wasn't able to join your conversation about what genocide is and not. We can totally talk about that. So I know a thing or two about the Arab-Israeli conflict.
I feel like it's gonna loop because we got a taste of it last time.
Yeah, but I wasn't here to make it spicy because
Oh,
once I get on a point, I
Oh,
can't let it go.
God,
I'm working on. I take medication for it, man.
no.
meditation or cation
Medication.
for spicy.
Well, for not spurging out on like one singular
Oh,
topic.
the was it the Ritalin or the Adderall you were
Gabapentin.
talking about the other day?
Yeah, and today I took my because I had to go into work today, so I did take my Adderall today.
So sometimes you don't take it, depending on what, like how you need to function.
Exactly. So if
Ah,
I'm really spurging out on panels, my TAs are really good when I forget to take my Adderall. They're like, clearly he didn't take it this morning. But right
Isn't
now
what'd
I'm
you
there
be
hyper
like
focused.
without any of it?
In fact, I was on Zat's channel. This person like wanted to troll me, and I don't engage with trolls, but I came up and I was a smooth,
The
calm,
hell?
and basically disarmed the troll by by being normal and not and I congratulated myself because that's hard for me to do.
I mean, you do seem relatively normal compared to the panelverse, but a lot of us do.
Lulu, if you want some help, I'm sure Lord Doc or I can help because training a German Shepherd is, and you have to get them to listen to you. Very, very important. Like I don't like people who get like pit bulls and stuff like that.
Why?
Well, no, I take. I'm sorry. I thought my computer froze, and so I got to no. Where they get like a pit bull or even a German Shepherd, like oh look at me, I have this powerful dog. It's like you got to train them. Like a dog does not want to be
With
alpha. You got to make
power
it very clear that you're
comes
alpha. That's how they
responsibility.
end up biting people.
Yeah, they had the neighbors next door to us had one tied up to this old metal shed behind their trailer, and it was on a chain. And we used to go as kids and play the game where you tease the dog and then you run and it, to the length of its chain till it can't chase you anymore.
No.
And my brother, it was my brother's turn, my younger brother, and he tripped and that dog jumped on him and we were like horrified because we thought that was the end. Like we done fucked it up by playing
Oh
this
wow.
game. But he got away somehow. It like bit his leg, but he managed to get
Did,
away and
did
he
you
was
learn your
fine.
lesson?
So that's my memory of German Shepherds, that they're big, scary dogs that you have to keep on chains because they will bite your leg
You
if
know,
you let them get too close.
what's
They will
ironic?
attack you.
When I was, I think I was 6, I got bit by a German Shepherd in my face. Like
Oh
there's
Lord.
even a small scar, but it's kind of weird because that happened. I'm not scared of them, but that's why I take it seriously. It's like you got like my dog would never do something like that. This
I
one,
also
No, but
respond
everyone thinks that
to
about their dog.
well, this one was one of them. Like I looked at it, but I'm only 6, so I don't know how to act around a German Shepherd. And I guess I looked it in the eye or something, and it freaked out and freaking took a chunk out of my face.
Who was letting a kid next to a German Shepherd?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's what I'm talking about. Like it was on a chain, and the kids played with it in defiance of what the adult, because the adults knew better than to let us near a
to let him
German
go.
Shepherd.
Well, I mean, if it's
you,
trained
but you
properly,
were
you
mean
should
to that dog. You
like.
were mean to that dog.
I let Wilhelm go outside without a chain. Because he's not dangerous, but he's trained not to be. But parents will come up and go, "Oh, hey, can I pet your dog?" I never let kids pet him because I just want to take the risk that.
Something about that seems demented or bothers me.
Well, okay, there are
But
two reasons.
maybe
I
it's
know
normal.
Wilhelm
I
will
don't know.
never do anything, but
Hey,
in suburbia, we're sue happy. Even if he doesn't do something, but they think he did something, oh, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. So I just play it safe and go. I just always say he's in training.
I
Um,
love
are they going to eventually remember and say, well, he's been in training for 2 years now. When is he going to
oh,
get
they
out of
remember.
training?
They
The
they
Karens will for sure.
um like my parents have a dog, not a German Shepherd, but it's part pit bull. These people came and approached it, and because it's half Great Dane, it knocked the person over, but the person was the one causing the trouble. They had their dog off the leash, um, and even though it was entirely their fault, they first tried to sue my parents, and then they came to my parents because they knew they weren't going to win. They go, "Why don't we both file a claim and like file a false claim?" Um, of course,
Ooh, that was
There you
me.
go.
He
The
got
lawyers got
gonged
him. The lawyers got
somehow.
him. The dog lawyers.
Ooh,
Oh shit! Everybody,
uh
what's
oh,
happening there?
one of us is
Oh my god!
next. Uh oh, I knew it was you this whole time because I
That's
know it's
right.
not me.
I absorbed them all. Enough is enough around here. I'm taking things into my own. Look, this is how the cult works. Like what you got to say, you got.
No, I'm kind of digging it now. I might want back in.
I will make you beg.
Oh, I'm not gonna bet.
Yeah,
Just
you
forget it.
will, because it's so dope. It's
I'm a horrible beggar. People would do the thing growing up where you like bend somebody's fingers and you make them say uncle or
uh-huh.
mercy or something,
Mhm.
and I would always fight with them.
You would refuse. You just like take it. You
It
know
would
what? That's
hurt.
yeah.
Oh, well, you and what's Nick both
Nick.
got disconnected at the same time.
Yeah,
Trying to think.
totally. Had nothing to do with me for sure. Wink, wink. I didn't
Oh,
hack into a mainframe. We elbow,
you
elbow.
were tired of Moose
That's
sitting
right.
there. Oh,
That's right.
Rit. Oh,
That's right. I just
doesn't
wanted
take much.
some us time, Jeff.
Well, what are we gonna waste it doing?
You and me and you. We're right here on all the you of all the two.
We'll be together.
Giving your money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that word that I said. I like how I can't say that word, but then there was
What
another word.
word?
The
What did
male
you say?
appendage. You yelled
Who?
at me.
I yelled at you?
Yeah, for
I get
saying
accused of all. I didn't yell at anybody. What did I yell at you for?
you didn't want me to keep on saying the D word.
What's the D word?
Exactly. The most offensive word ever. Here, I'll tape it
I
out
don't.
for
I
you.
have no memory of this at all. When was
This
this?
just happened. Oh my god.
You're
About the
trying to
final
plant
member.
false memories in me like a cult would do.
I was just when I was talking about the final member, silly.
Oh, just now.
Yes, for F's sake.
Oh, okay. No, I. You could say that word for sure.
No, I didn't know. Well, that's all I
There
was
was
saying.
something else you were saying.
I
It
just
was
said
the
that
whole
there was a
context.
star spangled that word. That's all.
Star
No, it was something
Spangled
else.
Banner.
Because Star Spangled Dick would not have made me
Yeah, go back
like
and
get.
rewind. Go back and
It
rewind.
wasn't Star Spangled Dick. If it
I
was,
see
there was
now.
definitely a miscommunication. It was something
Okay,
else.
okay, because that's all I was saying. Yeah, I
I
thought you
know,
just
but
didn't
it
want me
was the
to.
lead up. The lead up was more graphic than the actual dick itself, which again is
Mm,
a common part of life.
I accept your humble apology.
You wait. A, you wait for me to be humble, and B, you wait for an apology.
I'm not. I just
Oh, okay.
claim it. You know what I mean? I just took a flag in it. Anyway,
So what's up?
welcome.
Welcome back. I guess. Did you lose
Mhm.
connection too?
My computer did a really weird thing. Like it just stopped, and then for a
Yeah.
while I was on panel, and everything was frozen, and then I heard nothing.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
was
I thought
running.
you were talking the whole time. That's amazing. Because
I couldn't hear any. It was weird. Well, of course I was talking the whole time.
because
I could
you
go up
got
to the
cut
panel.
off like in mid sentence of you talking. You were talking for like 2 minutes, and you just disappeared out of the blue. And on
That
your
must have
end, you
felt
didn't hear
well.
anything.
No, I didn't hear anything. It was weird. Um,
That is
I
weird.
swear I'm going to start hosting panels on my channel. It'll just be me up
It's
there
like
just
X
talking
Files weird.
to myself.
Mhm. Well, yeah, that sounds like my
Well,
channel.
that's a monologue. That's what I do when there's no panel. Or
Well,
before I started getting guests, my whole channel was me monologuing.
I think that's why like I don't consider my career work because I literally get paid to talk, and in this case they have to listen. They can't tell me to be quiet.
You'd be surprised.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Well, they may not be. They can tell you, but
And I love to talk, and now I'm getting paid to talk, and I have a captive audience. Even though once I got accused of creating a cult of personality around students, which I actually took as a compliment,
what
but
personality?
yeah,
Mm.
I take that as a compliment.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know. Cults form around the weirdest people
I think they were just jealous of
things.
my regular
Um,
professor.
Because
It
you'll
was
hear a story about this cult that got busted. You'll see the cult leader. It's like somebody that's living in a basement with some
oh,
greasy
I want to be a cult.
T-shirt. Like,
Look,
how is that a cult?
I need to work on my Indian accent. Just start talking philosophy. Like I got to hang out with the machine lies. I really want to just start a cult
Oh
with them.
yeah, TML.
what the
Like
fuck?
Y'all
Hello,
be
look at
cool
my
together.
background.
well, look, I'm Indian,
Y'all
so
should collect. Oh, by the way, hey, listen, announcement. I got an email from YouTube today, and they're gonna start incentivizing collaborations. And so if you collaborate with another YouTuber, there's some kind of special bonus or advantage you get from it. So if anybody out there that's
how
also a
do we
content
collaborate?
creator that's getting these emails wants to be,
Oh,
because you have to submit to YouTube who the person you want to collaborate with is,
do they have to have a
and
lot
then
of
they
fans?
like pair you up or something. And so if anybody wants to collaborate, let me know, because I'm willing to be your person. I want to
Wait,
You know,
so
collaborate as well.
you
I
mean
have.
stop, collaborate, and listen, or
I don't know. They said it was a teaser, and they said more details to come.
I don't
Stay
know.
How do
I'm just.
you
tuned. Watch your
how do you do a
inbox.
live stream where you can like play music? Like I see DJs doing it all the time, but
Except it's the copy. The thing is, they probably have either their own music or non-copyright music. I don't have access to that. You have to pay.
yeah, see, because I wanted we should do an Italian like you and I should start like our own where we just do Italian disco.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
That's just like pushing buttons and stuff. I could do that. I DJ
Well, no, no,
my
no.
8th grade
I use
dance.
on my computer. I use Tractor. That's what I use to, like. I don't do like the
Oh yeah, you
silly
could get
tables.
you don't even need us. Just to get an AI to do it, and we'll just
That's
call it a
true.
company and
Oh
rake in the
yeah.
profits.
Hey,
Um,
thanks for having me
Italian
up.
disco is the best.
Bye.
You're going. Take care. We'll see you again for the
Bye.
next cult session. I guess I'm in the cult. See, she's good. I'm
You
back
got
in the cult,
the
and
Emperor's
I didn't
help.
even realize it, and I can't leave.
I think I could start a
What an
cult.
awful, awful person.
But isn't doing like hosting a live show in a sense like your own little cult? Like you have your same people come in
Well,
listening to your stuff.
we actually had a stream about that one time because I got accused of trying to start a cult. And one of the things we determined is this is completely voluntary. You could come when you want, leave when you want. It's more of a the third place
I
concept.
would have loved to hear that accusation. Like, how does that even start? You're trying
I
to start a
know,
cult.
and so as we analyzed it, it broke down. Like none of it made sense as a cult. Like if this is a cult, this is the most open and free cult anybody's ever tried to start. I don't even intentionally realize I'm even starting a cult. That's how loose it is. So
It's a good skill.
Cajuns don't make good cult leaders. We're too like loosey goosey and fancy free.
You're
And
totally
we want
unrelated.
everybody to have a good time and do their own thing.
Related to like I like Cajun spice, but I don't eat anything with an exoskeleton. And so much Cajun food has like shrimp and like what Cajun food could I have which just has maybe chicken?
Plenty of it. Do you eat fish?
No.
Oh, there's like sauce piquant and jambalaya. You can make an etouffee without the meat.
I mean, to be fair,
Gumbo.
I've never really tried
You
lobster
could do
or
a chicken and
crawfish.
sausage gumbo, or even just a chicken gumbo.
Chicken and sausage gumbo. That sounds good. That's something I could get behind.
That's actually something I can make too.
See, we could go around to clubs DJing and eat your gumbo.
And serve gumbo. Y'all
Yeah.
heard about? My mom was telling me this story about like the LSU team has their own little circuit they compete in. That's kind of like their Super Bowl, and they're headed toward the championships, and they had to go play in Dallas. And so they're in Dallas for this big event, and all the people from Louisiana that are the fans that are traveling to support them brought crawfish boil. They brought crawfish from Louisiana, and they started setting up these crawfish boils all over Dallas to like boost and support the LSU team. And that's so
nice.
Louisiana that we would like bring crawfish and cook for everybody while we're up there in their town to support our team. And it made the news. Like they did a news story on the LSU fans that are in Dallas.
I wonder
for
what
this
they
big
feel
game.
about Trump making English the official language because
I
if you're
have to
French, you
ask.
take your language.
Yeah,
pretty
we
seriously.
struggled with. We were a victim of linguistic prejudice, and they would beat
Mhm.
us
Yep.
when we would try to speak French to suppress our culture and assimilate us to Anglo-Saxon culture. And that was a big. It also happened to the Hispanics, some of
Mhm.
the Native Americans, the Texans, the Tejanos. So there's a lot of populations that went through this at that time period when the white people were trying to assimilate everybody.
Well,
And so I need to ask them because we're fighting to save our language right now. And in
I'm kind of
Louisiana, they have a whole organization at the state level dedicated to preserving the language. And one of the things they do is they try to get it into documents where they can.
yeah. Because I was born here, but I don't know how to speak Punjabi or Hindi. It was my mom's. She intentionally didn't teach it to me because she's afraid I'd have an accent
Because she wanted you to assimilate.
and assimilate. Which
That's what happened to us. We were
I
the
think
like
is
the
I know
second generation.
plenty of people who can speak those languages, but still be completely assimilated. And it's kind of a shame that I
It
didn't
made
learn
them
it.
nervous, though. It was like a reaction to their forced assimilation.
Yeah, they're like,
They went
my
out of their
children.
way to make sure that their kids spoke English, like my
Exactly,
parents, and
because
that they didn't have the stigma of
exactly, it's
speaking
like,
French
I mean,
or
they
even
decided
having the accent.
I'm going to be American, which, I mean, to be fair, in some ways, I've been accused of being brainwashed because, this is the greatest country that has ever existed.
I mean, it
And I always
depends on
get
what
that.
metric you use, but by the metrics that are important to me, it objectively is.
Yeah. And people, there's how countries have religions. When it comes to like sort of worship in the United States as a United States citizen, it's like a civil religion. Like I worship the Constitution. I like this is one of the
Yeah,
most
it does. It
perfect documents.
inspires that kind of
Yeah,
amazement and awe in me.
and the forefathers and the things which they put in there, they're almost like religious icons, like disciples or
The American
um,
religion.
um, I mean, like when you learn like I mean, some of the like we have problems today, yet they can still be solved by what the Constitution says, and the ultimate idea that we have the freedom to control our own destiny. We don't need a king, we don't need a queen, we don't need a church. We are responsible for leading ourselves. I think in some ways we kind of lost that. People forget, like you don't elect leaders so that they're going to
You
help
don't elect
you.
leaders at all. We elect
Yeah, they're not leaders.
representatives. And
It's
that's
not the
why
kind
when
of-
you were talking about Nancy Pelosi, like I said, how does she affect you? Because you should still be sovereign in your life, independent of what
Oh
Nancy
yeah, I
Pelosi
do agree.
does.
I do agree with that. I get what they were saying. I get that argument, but it's funny. My dad was the one who told me this. He goes, "Look, the only way to survive in a secular democracy is you have to look out for yourself and do things for yourself. Like the
Yeah,
government's not going
don't
to
worry
help
about
you.
what somebody else is doing, unless it
Like if you
affects
want to
you
make money,
directly.
the government's not going to help you make investments or that. You have to learn that stuff on your own, and you have to do. Now, I agree, the capitalist system is a little bit unfair because the more capital you have going into it, the better you can do. I mean, statistically, and this is part of
What's
the reason.
unfair about that? That seems like
What I
the
mean by that,
system working as designed. It
for
rewards
example, one of the
capital.
reasons why I teach at the school I do is we have the largest number of first generation college students. This means their parents didn't go to college. They're the first ones to go. Like, for example, when I was growing up, college was just like part of education. Like, it was never a choice because my parents went to college and we were expected to go. But uh, statistically, you're going to stay in the same income bracket as your parents. And the one way to change income brackets in this country is education. And I firmly believe that once the first generation gets educated, their kids are going to be college educated. And it's going to have, generational advantages to this. Because once you're educated, then you can go from one income bracket to start doing something else. Other than that, it's kind of like what you're born into. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what it is. I mean, say with us, we just happen to be born in the United States. But that's how capitalism works. But like people worship leaders, like the MAGA movement.
I see mobility through the structure all the time.
No, there is mobility. It's just, I mean, that's the sort of the difference.
And again, I don't even, if it doesn't affect me, I don't even worry about it much.
You shouldn't, because the only thing that matters is you leading yourself. Now, there are things which will affect your ability to lead yourself. I mean, that sometimes you have to look into, but I'm so tired of, one, government's got to fix all of this. Government tells you what to do. No, we get to tell ourselves what to do. And that goes both ways. Like I don't think certain things should be censored. Like the government has no right to tell me that, you can or cannot do certain things. And if I make the wrong decisions, I'm responsible for those wrong decisions. I can't blame the government. I can't blame immigrants. I can't blame, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I made those decisions because that's what America is: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You are responsible for that pursuit. I mean, of course, there are anecdotal things here and there, but overall, I mean, that's what it is.
I wonder
It
if that's
sounds
more
selfish,
of a
but if
Gen
everybody's
X thing.
selfish, it sort of works. But then on the other side, I do see the complexity of it. Like, I do agree that we're going in a direction where the middle class is shrinking, because as the middle class, you sort of have that luxury to dictate your own destiny. It's a little bit easier. Of course, if you're rich, you can do whatever you want. But that's why we pay the most taxes. I mean, we're the ones who support the entire system.
Who is?
The middle class.
Well, not the last time I checked. We've looked at the brackets on this stream before, and the highest bracket is not middle class to me.
I haven't looked at it in a while. Last time I started analyzing,
I mean, it's pretty. It
looking at, like, 20-year-old
graduates
data.
according to income. So the people at the top are paying the largest share of income.
Now, of course, I believe Reagan was the greatest president in the world. Now, my wife totally disagrees and claims that Reaganomics is the one which put us in this economic mess. Of course, I argue. I go, the United States is still the only country in the world where where you have the best opportunity to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Nowhere else in the world you can do that.
And I don't think the economy's that bad. Like, it's working fine for me.
Yeah, even the inflation thing, people don't understand the reason the inflation is high is because during COVID, we sort of hoarded our money. We have a lot of money right now. And that's why inflation has to go up, because there are plenty of people who can get loans. It's this weird system. Because during COVID, we didn't spend a lot of money. And after COVID, like, for example, during COVID, I needed to buy a new car. I couldn't. So that money just sort of gets saved up. And then all of a sudden COVID ends. It's like, here, have a bunch of money. I need a new car.
Yeah, I think we are still seeing some of the effects from the lockdown in little, like, subtle ways here and there.
Oh,
I noticed just working in retail that shopping and retail has changed.
I have not gone to a restaurant in person until after COVID. In fact, I was thinking, like, for my birthday, there's one restaurant where you kind of have to go to because it's like a Japanese hot pot. But other than that, I don't want to go out anymore. We don't go shopping to the grocery store anymore.
A lot of people aren't. The level of in-person socialization has dropped noticeably.
Even in fact, with work, like what I'm doing over the summer, I'm doing most of it at home because I'm used to working on computers and.
Not laws. What does that have to do with it? With the economy being okay?
What does it say?
That I didn't work for 5 years. I did. I just didn't leave the house to do it.
You know, can I ask you a question? You said you were a teacher.
In Vegas, I was a sub. And
Okay.
I eventually got my own classes. They call them vacancies, and then you get a higher rate for those.
You know, because I start to get bored of the holidays. I consider take some test in California and just get in on the substitute list. Because when I'm off, like, it's not that I need the money; it's just something to do.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. If you don't mind, if you don't mind getting up early.
No, I don't. I'm old now.
And then
I get
you're off in the afternoon.
Of course, I have a lot of bad karma from when I was in school and how we treated substitute teachers, but I think they would like me.
They do. They test you when you first go in. You have to know how to gain their trust.
Well, you know, even at the university, I was in a department meeting, and this one, it was a neuro professor, asked about discipline. I was like, "What the? This is a university. What are you talking about?" Like, I don't have any discipline problems in my class. Like, it's a university, but
our teachers would just send at the college level. You just got sent out of class. Like, they didn't fool
only
with you.
Once
there was no discipline. They're like, get out of my class, and that's it.
I've only done that once because a student was drunk. I've had students who are a little bit inebriated in class before, but the only rule I have in my classroom, because I love to talk, is when I'm talking, nobody else talks. But this professor was like, well, what about when they wear hats or keep their headphones in? I'm like, why do you care?
I didn't pay attention to any of that. There was a dress code I was supposed to enforce, but I never paid attention to what they were wearing. I could care less.
Really petty things.
Unless it was really obvious, like the big booty shorts that were halfway past their butt crack. That I noticed.
But it is true. Like, even at the university, day one, you got to get their respect, and because it'll test you. And once you get that, then I mean, one of the most rewarding things is when they come to my office, like when they come and ask questions, not because they want to get an A, because they really want to figure it out. And I know there are other professors in our department who get complaints. Like, there's one who I think just hates their students. Like why? I mean, sure, I had due dates, but I was a college student once. Sometimes stuff happens. And this is not elementary school where you're trying to teach them how to work at the factory on time. It's like, you know, I'd rather have something done right than on time. So maybe I would make a good sub. Because I just start with
you know, the at least where I was, and it's different state to state, but you had all the rewards of being a teacher with very little of the downsides. You didn't have to do lesson plans. You didn't have to do all the record keeping, the reporting. And you could just walk in, do the teaching, and leave. And somebody else worried about all the rest of that. So I loved it. It emphasized all the parts of the job that I liked.
Plus, it's good for like a resume building thing. Like, right when I graduated, I worked part time like at a private high school, and that really helped me get my job at the university. Even though I'll tell you a secret, your ability to teach is like really low on the qualifications to be a college professor. You don't actually have to know how to teach. Like, you don't need to go like to teaching school or, um, but
Well, yeah, a lot of the college professors were
because
not
most of it is about the
educated.
research you're doing, and you're considered an expert transferring knowledge. But that's why you get some professors who clearly don't, they're completely clueless, and it's clear that they could never work in private industry.
I don't know. Like it might have changed then drastically from when I was in university, almost every professor there at least could teach their subject and knew what they were talking about and were respected in that area.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a lot. It's just I'm talking about
Like
like.
in high school, you might get some teachers that didn't really know what they were
Oh
doing
yeah, I
or
had
weren't
one.
very, but in college, almost not like almost I can't even think of one off the top of my head that
No,
didn't
I
belong there.
agree. Like within our department, we're all good. Like, we have a great department, but I'm just talking about some outliers where they end like my sister's kind of like this. Like when they end up in academia because they can't really get along with anybody, and then like I don't treat my students like I'm a manager at a coffee shop. Like I assume they come to class and want to do a good job. Sure, some students are going to try to cheat. I look out for that, but for the most part, I give them the benefit of the doubt because they want to do a good job. They want to know the material because a lot of these classes are prereq. Like they want to be here. But like one professor that gives online tests, you have to turn your camera on, and he uses this eye tracking software to make sure you're not cheating. Like, why? Why? Also, considering the kind of subject we have, it's all word problems. You got to write out all your work. It's kind of hard to cheat. And sometimes, okay, I mean, like when I give tests, I give them, they have 3 days to do it, and I wink my eye and I go, okay, you're supposed to work on this on your own, which is sort of like, you better get into a study group and you all work on the test together. Because I honestly believe they learn something that way. But some of them are going, well, I don't think that they're going to cheat then. It's like, at the university, why are you so petty about this? I don't know, it just bugs me. Like university professors should take roll or give extra points for like, you come to class every day. It's like,
I didn't even take roll as a sub. We had seating charts. You didn't have.
Well,
to
yeah,
take
I mean,
roll.
K through 12, yeah, it makes sense. But at the university, I take roll the first day, maybe the second day. People are trying to crash the course, and that's it. I don't care.
I
If
don't
these,
remember actually in university if they took roll or not. I think maybe they just.
to be fair, when I was a student, I don't remember it. That's why now, as faculty, I'm surprised that I see it. I don't know if it changed or.
I don't even think you had to go to class because there's many semesters where I only showed up for tests.
Oh yeah, no,
Nothing happened to me.
I had this literature class, and I just asked, I go, when's the midterm, when's the final? It's okay, I'll see you in a few days.
They would give us a syllabus, and I would mark the days that I had to be in class, and then I would just ignore everything else.
In fact, when I was doing general physics, this is Professor Lewin from MIT teaches basically physics 1 and 2. Our physics professor was clearly on the spectrum. He learned nothing in his class. I learned basic physics from MIT via YouTube. We just worked on it itself, showed up for the test, boom, 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 we're fine, got A's. Of course, once I argued with a chemistry professor because she wanted to know the molarity of water. And like, that's a silly question. I mean, you want to know the concentration of water in water. And now she's my colleague. And to this day, I still needle her about it. I go, it doesn't make any sense. But that's a story for another day.
Why did she ask? Like, did she explain herself?
It doesn't. It's just she goes, well, yeah, you're supposed to know it, but I go, it doesn't make any sense. I think she was being pedantic about it.
Oh.
Of course, now we have professors who just rely on paid test banks. Like students have to rent the textbook, and the textbook designs the tests. Really, the professor doesn't have to do any grading. But I've caught many of those problems are actually wrong.
Well, here's what I learned from my short few years in that system. the amount of teachers that actually know how to teach is smaller than the amount of students, the demand. So they have to fill
Yeah.
in with
No, you're
these
right.
like textbook, like cookie cutter textbook type teachers.
You
So
know,
the distribution of competency is very, very uneven. And then I was like the next tier. Like we don't have a teacher at all, so we got to start paying our subs to be in the classroom so at least it's legal as a classroom.
yeah.
And then we'll eventually get a teacher at some point. So they just use the subs to fill in the empty holes of classrooms with no teachers at all.
One semester, sometimes I'll sub a class, like, if somebody's gone, I'll just take over the class. I was supposed to cover this one professor's class for like 4 days. I ended up covering it the entire semester. I had to give a midterm and this. And then the university was like, well, you're only getting paid this rate because technically you're a substitute. But then I was like, no, I've taught more than half the class. I am the professor of record of that class, and I should get paid my rate for that. Eventually, I won that grievance with the union. They agreed. But we have this weird system. Like, I can pay one of the other professors under the table just to cover my class and not go through the university. But we don't really have, like, if I have to cancel a class, I don't get a sub. I just cancel a class. Because I don't want anybody.
They didn't have subs at the university level when I was there.
I
That's
think
exactly what happened. Is the class would just be canceled.
I think it's only if they have like multiple days off. But like a couple of semesters ago, because of COVID, I got sick. They took my gallbladder out. I wasn't well enough to go on campus, but I just held those classes using Zoom like we did in COVID. So I didn't have to cancel them. I was able to teach them from home. Hooray for COVID.
Yeah.
But anyways, not to brag, but hopefully the research we're doing these next 2 months is going to be a paper. And then we'll get invited. I'll get invited to the Tonight Show. That probably won't happen because it's not
Until they dig up all this YouTube dirt. Somebody's gonna leak to them from the Panelverse.
Perhaps, but I mean, Carl Sagan had haters too.
What up, YouTube though?
YouTube's like a crab of buckets. They don't want anybody to like get out of the bucket. But just ignore it.
Is there an out of the bucket? I mean, I've left before. I find it very easy to like close the laptop and take a few days off. I don't even think
I don't exist inside of the bucket. Like, I mean, I see sometimes you get some funny comments after the stream. Like, okay, whatever.
But it's very hard for me to stay away for more than a few days and not stream. There's something about it that just keeps. So it's me jumping back in the bucket on my own. It's not even.
It's like hanging out with friends. You want to hang out with friends, even if sometimes it's negative. I bet you, so somebody did the study. Like I watched Star Trek: The Next Generation when I'm just tired. I've seen every single episode, but they did this thing when you watch these old TV shows. Your brain these people actually become your friends, and it's like you're hanging out with people you know. And I wonder if being on the panel, you get the same sort of
that parasocial. Your brain did. I learned that with Zoom during lockdown. That's the first time I had Zoomed, and it was like 99% almost identical to real life. I could not tell the difference.
No, and especially I think people are
and it gave my brain everything it looks for in a normal real world. So I felt very little gap at all between real life and Zoom.
I didn't even notice it. I mean, and to be fair, I mean, part of the reason I started going on YouTube was because of COVID, because being on panel felt like, okay, now we're out somewhere having a conversation. Of course, I was a little bit naive and didn't understand what YouTube drama is, but yeah, it's fun.
How long have you been in the Panelverse?
Right when lockdown, what was it, 2020 or?
Oh, so like the whole 5 years?
Yeah. Because I'm friends with this one guy who does a show about auditors, and I started helping him on his show. I was getting paid to do it. Apparently he had a lot of haters, and so then people automatically hated me. And then I decided to double down on that and like become friends with Joe. But I'm like, nobody tells me who I can and cannot be friends with. But now I take my medication every day, so I'm normal.
Oh yeah, that's. I was asking you what you would be like without your medication.
Just search my name on you. I sent you one of the videos.
The one
Remember you
with-
watched it?
Yeah, that was you on no
Yeah,
medication.
that's.
Oh, I can see why you take medication then. I
No,
have
of
my
course, the
answer.
trolls are
Was
gonna
that
get
how
mad
you
and
were
go, "Oh,
growing
look,
up?
look
That
at
was your
medication."
baseline?
Huh?
Was that how you were growing up?
Yeah,
That
I
was your
had
baseline?
that I had a really bad temper, and I learned to, uh, sort of as a protection mechanism, immediately go to the worst a-hole place you can to fight back.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have that here.
Yeah, no, it's.
Did you have friends?
Oh yeah, of course. No, I had a lot of friends, but
How did they tolerate you?
like this person, Tella, like she doesn't like me because of Dr. Dave, and I have no idea why she's here, like following me around.
No, I mean,
Like-
no. In fact, she hangs out here. She's a regular.
No, I have no issue with her. One day I did spurg, like kind of like we're talking about now, and sort of went off, partly because I was just reacting to the chat. But I apologize to her for it. No, I don't. There's no requirement that she accepts that apology. I
She's
get
not
that.
even saying any of that. She's just
Well,
giving her
compared-
opinion on
She said I was
the
boring.
impression you make on her relative to.
Well,
other
actually, I
person.
could agree with her. I don't agree with the first statement because I actually have accomplished things. So when I talk about it, I'm not making it up. But the second part is absolutely true. I am boring.
I don't know if you were trying to troll or not, but that was a nice troll, Tell. You got a lot out of that one.
She is good at it. I'll give her that. But anyways, yeah, but like even in school, I could be a bully, and once I start it, I remember when I was in the community college, we'd always go to this coffee shop, and I went
Oh,
to
I
the
thought
coffee
you
shop.
meant like grade school.
No, this was in
kindergarten or
high school.
something.
And so this was a couple of years after high school. I went to the coffee
college
shop, and this
bully.
woman behind the counter like freaked out. She had to go in the back, and then I found out apparently I bullied her once when we were like on some debate trip. I felt really bad because I had no idea who she was.
Do you remember bullying her?
No,
What?
and that
So
actually
you
made
were
it worse.
bullying and don't even realize you're
No,
bullying?
and so I've tried to move away from that, but a lot of these struggles are lifelong struggles.
But what was the bullying that you don't remember? I find it hard to believe that you can be that aware of your bullying but not remember the bullying.
I know that was weird for me too. It's possible she confused me with somebody else. It's
So wait,
possible.
I'm confused. Are you a bully or not? Because I thought you were saying that you yourself
Yeah.
were very conscious of
Client
bullying
wants me to
people.
take accountability. It's like, first of all, I don't do what you tell me to. And honestly, we're having an open conversation here. I don't even know what that word is. It is true. I've seen many times on panels where people drink a little bit too much. I've done it before. Generally happens like after midnight. I mean, I'll admit that when I go on panels, I make it a point not to, because when you drink, then like when this person came on this panel just recently, just like for example, Tella, who's saying things, if I was inebriated, then you have a lower impulse control and you react to it. And then it sort of becomes this feedback loop system. Then they'll say something and I have to say something worse. And then I have to say something worse.
You don't have to do any of that.
No, I don't have to. Well, what I mean by have to, it's my brain is telling me to. I can think really quickly. So, and I can cold read people. Like that's what I did with the video you saw. And I can easily pick up on what's really going to affect somebody. Which is why I give Dutchie credit because she's the only one who's better than me at this. But I think I'm going to break
I
up
don't
with
think
her.
she's that good. I mean, she got, but every single time she tried to troll this channel, she got busted on it.
Well, what I mean by good is she just goes to the most horrible place and says the most offensive and honestly cruel.
But
Like
that's
I
so
will.
easy. Anybody, it's like the 5-year-olds on a playground can do that shit.
No,
That's
I know
real.
it's easy, but most of us who are adults learn not to do that. I mean, I'll agree with Klein. Like there were times where I'd just be downright cruel to people and say stuff which was cruel. I agree. So don't tell me I don't take accountability for that. I'm aware of it. In fact, that's really the big thing is you got to be
But
aware.
like in that video you showed me, it was both of you. It's like so it's everyone is doing. It's everyone pointing fingers at everybody else for the same activity because they're
Oh yeah,
all
well,
doing
no,
it.
I'm not
They're all
blaming.
trolling. They're all being
I'm
cruel.
not
They're all
blaming. I'm not.
doxing, and then they're all crying when somebody else does it.
No, I'm not. I'm not blaming the other person I was interacting with on that video. Um, sure, we were both doing it. I'd like to give myself a small pat on the back, as I recognize that that was a shameful thing to do, and the best thing to do when that happens, you just don't engage.
But you also, yeah, that's what I keep telling
Yeah.
the other person too. But you said that you were not on any medication at that time, so that was like you in your natural state.
Well, I wouldn't say that's my natural state. That was my natural state in that environment.
Oh,
Like
was
even when
that
that
a
other
regular
person says,
environment
if
that
you meet
you
that other person, if you they say when you meet them in person, they're probably like totally different. I probably agree with that.
that you're different than? I mean,
Yeah.
you seem different than that even on here.
Tella, I never get high and drunk. It's either high or drunk. If I'm high, I never have an argument.
Only when you're drunk. We,
Yeah.
but you were sober
And
that day.
Tella, by the way, the reason why I quote left YouTube is I had a lot of work to do. I didn't leave YouTube. I was still here. I just was working. So, and I'm glad that that person took credit for it. They can have it. Because I mean, quite frankly, it's just so. I mean, if you tell it to like a third person who's not on YouTube, if you told them what this drama is, they would look at you and go, "What the hell is wrong with
I
you?"
know. My reaction is so what? That's the drama. So what? Guys do that all the time.
If you're talking about that person challenged me to a fight first, and
I've seen that happen so many times in the Paddleverse. I even paid attention to it.
yeah, and it's stupid. I mean, I make fun of other people. Like I saw it just recently, a couple of days ago. I'm gonna come beat you up. I'm like, really? Are we down to that? Are we gonna meet? Are we gonna meet in the soccer yard after school? But it could have something to do with sort of primal human psychology. I'd like to think the only way to get better and take accountability for it is to recognize it. You recognize it's still going to happen, but be aware of it. And then when it does happen, you got to learn from it not to do it again.
Tella, I wonder if you would have any kind of life outside if this wasn't happening, if there was no Nick, no Paddleverse, because it seems like you live for this.
A lot of people do.
And I was about to say, I guess it's okay if you do, but if it suddenly all disappears one night, what is your life going to be?
Well, I would move to reality TV because that's basically YouTube.
Is there any good reality shows lately? Because I was a huge reality fan for a while, and I can't find anything to watch.
What they say about people who really get into reality TV shows, you would think that they're somehow like intellectually stunted. It turns out to be the opposite. It's the exact opposite.
No, it's one of the most exciting, engaging genres I've because I was not a big TV person, really.
I started watching 90 Day Fiance, and yeah, I can tell when stuff is staged, but it's still fun. And it's fun to watch with my wife, like, oh my God, look what they're doing. Unfortunately, that show, they've staged it so much that, now it's just so unrealistic. It's not funny anymore.
Say no more, Tell. I'm a Big Brother fan myself. We were going to do a panel version of that. It was going to be a combination of like Big Brother and The Mole. Or Survivor, something like that. There was going to be and we couldn't get, it was the herding cats thing. We couldn't get enough people together to even get it off the ground.
I have never watched.
We were going to try to do a reality show in the Paddleverse.
I have some good scripts for that. Like, we could totally do like WEE style or WWF. Like, so,
get with Vinny, me, you, and Vinny, because Vinny and I have plans for.
So let me tell you a secret. The whole thing with I'm now like dating Dutchie and she's my mistress behind my wife. We were talking about that just because we wanted to make it a reality show. Like, let's see what happens.
Okay, wait. Pause. I just realized something. Do you talk to Dutchie about all this, or does she watch the show when y'all talk about
I don't
all
know if she
this?
watches the show. No.
Okay. Because
I'm pretty
she's
good
really
at.
not my favorite person. I don't want a big open channel to her.
No. But the whole conversation sort of started like this is a whole reality TV show, like what you saw with Lord Doc yesterday. With that, like if you step outside of that, it's like what the hell are you guys fighting over? Doesn't make any sense. But then that's like people who watch wrestling. Like if you don't watch
Yeah.
wrestling, it's like
Or,
this
or
doesn't make
soap
any sense.
operas.
But if you do watch it, like these people become characters. So apparently, I'm a character in Telecline's mind.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
I
We're
mean,
your
that other guy is a
parasocial
character who always shows up. I mean,
high.
Lord Doc is a character.
So on one hand, you complain a lot about the people, but on the other hand, you seem addicted enough to it to keep coming back for more and keeping it going. Whoa,
Well,
Lulu, what?
somebody. Oh God. See, like, what is going on with that?
I don't know. They're playing copyright strike wars. Maybe the. Oh my God, you're right. Wow. So maybe his strikes backfired or something? I don't know. Or
Or
maybe
maybe
he took
somebody
it
figured out.
down.
Maybe somebody figured out how to strike them.
Maybe he took it down. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I just tried to pull it up and it is not found.
That's actually, if you really want to be like a troll with the DMCA thing, what you do need to create a channel, send the strikes, shut your channel down. Then it becomes really hard, but you've affected some damage.
But don't you still, because you have to put in your contact information. So the channel's not the only way
True,
they have to.
but I mean, you can always, my name is Jeff Klein, and I live.
Oh, like lie about your, but then there's the under penalty of perjury thing.
I would actually like to think what Telecline is saying is correct, that YouTube is actually cracking down on people filing false reports because they really
Hey,
need to.
Vic.
But
Well, what's up right now? Did breaking news. Apparently his channel is disappeared, vanished. Which
and
that's what people predicted was going to happen when he started messing with other people's. So maybe this is a lesson we all needed to see.
it's worth pointing out that really the only channels I spend on time now are yours. I go to Machine Lies, where we don't talk drama, we talk philosophy. And that whatever guy, I did go on one of the troll channels because they were asking about what somebody said about how to get on base, and I gave a very matter of fact, and then I logged off. So
yeah, there's alternatives out there to the drama and the trolling and all that.
and I've learned, like, the Machine Lies. I've learned so much going on that channel. I'm serious when I talk about, like, have debates about how technology will save us. But I've learned a lot on that channel. It's like, that's what's great about YouTube, is you can talk with people who have these ideas and connect with, like for example, even today I got to talk about nuclear weapons. That's the only reason why I'm back on YouTube.
Is that your special interest?
It's my fetish.
Oh, like
this.
Erotic fetish?
It's getting there.
So Dutch is your mistress, and your kink is nuclear war or nuclear
in
weapons.
fact, if you go on my channel,
this disturbs me probably more than anything I've seen in the Panelverse up to
well,
this
if
point.
you go on my channel and you actually watch the song I wrote for her, it's about us meeting after a post-atomic horror.
Like 99 Red Balloons?
Kind of. It's like a tragic romantic story.
I should be like feeling inspired by this, but my body's reaction is to throw up. I feel vomitous.
Well, you can watch the video because I don't actually use her name in it, so.
Okay, I guess that'll help buffer it a little
Or
bit.
just listen to the music and like how to. The video I made, it was kind of by accident. I was making a different video, and then all of a sudden, in Adobe Premiere, I got this idea, and I was like, "That's really good." You know when you create something, you're like, "That's really good."
When you like what?
Like when you're working on a piece of art and you feel like, usually artists are very like, oh, I don't know if it's good, but there are those few times where something comes out and you're like, that's good. And I got that feeling with this song, even though it doesn't have enough views. You haven't even watched
So
it
how
yet.
long have you and Dutchie had this little kink romance thing going?
Well, it was sort of funny. I was in a voice chat with a couple of people who allegedly hate me, but
I knew it was gonna all be online.
but then in the voice chat, we sort of became friends because one of the things is like when you actually talk to these people in person and like sort of off the panel, you find out they're different and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person, I was like, oh, I should totally make up with Dutchie, and she's like, oh, she's in the server, and so we had a little chat, and I don't hold grudges like some of us here. And then I was talking about something totally unrelated. My wife taking flying lessons, and then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we started this rumor that we're in love? But the whole point was for reality TV. It was like our own little
But the
reality.
minute they hear Dutchie's name, it's not.
I'll tell you this. To be fair,
They're gonna be, it came from Dutchie. Oh, okay,
yeah,
never
I
mind.
thought I was hated. I didn't realize, which sort of makes sense because, but I was like, wow. Which then made it even more interesting. I was like, really, Nick's with Dutchie? That doesn't make any sense. They hate each other. You should go listen to the song. It's really good.
I mean, I don't hate her. I don't even think about her, honestly. But
no, except when you hear my song.
Yeah, well, yeah, if I go watch it, and it's just when I hear other people connected to her name comes up, I'm like, it raises little flags.
Tell her I haven't blocked you because I can see what you're writing, and I don't know what an alpha image is. Other than I know people who say they're an alpha are probably not an alpha.
I didn't get the impression Nick was trying to be an alpha or thought he was an alpha. He's probably Sigma, which a lot of Spurgs are. We're not part of the normal hierarchy.
I just like to watch. Yeah, I honestly don't. Okay, but interesting. But we all create our own image in our prefrontal cortex. All of us are characters. So clearly, Tella has. Her brain creates an impression of me, which is this is who I am to her.
As an alpha male.
And
what am I in your God? If he's the alpha, what does that make me in your fantasy?
Well, if it's between the two of us, I don't want to be alpha with Jeff. Jeff can be alpha.
I don't want to be alpha with. Well, I'm gonna have to be because there's no way I'm letting you be alpha at all. No way. So I guess I'm the alpha in this partnership.
I won't hurt you too
Just
bad.
like all the other YouTube partnerships, like Midlife, Bro Logic, and I don't know. I forget who else.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Tell it. Yeah, I blocked you
here.
from the regular chat a long time ago, but I can see you. I can see your chats backstage. Honestly, I'd love to go unblock you. I just don't really know how to.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I think you have to go into you have a list of people.
Yeah, you go into studio into your community menu, and then there's a moderation.
In fact, this is a good example about why when people are trolling you, the best thing to do is block you. Like if you were also blocked in the back chat, I'd have no idea what you're saying and not even be interacting with you.
Well, there's nothing going on in the back chat now.
And the fact that you're getting all butthurt that I blocked you sort of justifies why somebody should block you.
Ooh, yeah,
this guy Tonic got all butthurt because I blocked him immediately. He said one thing. He was like, "That's no fun. He just blocked me." But I couldn't figure out how to unblock.
But
people.
that's a troll. They know why they're getting blocked. It's fake outrage. That's to just.
Well, yeah, because once you get blocked, yeah, sure, you can send some. Then you have to talk to other people and go, "Oh, look, he blocked me. He blocked me." But then eventually it gets, okay. And there are people who I used to troll and block me, and I'll be honest, as when they block me, it's kind of frustrating. And sure, I want to say things like, "Ooh, you're such a big person, you blocked me." But honestly, blocking is the best way to go.
What I don't understand about trolls is
they
always act surprised at the reaction there was. If I was a troll and I knew what kind of troll I was planning to do, I would expect to be blocked. It would shock me if somebody blocked me. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sitting here trolling this person and they blocked me." Can you imagine? I was doing all this shit to them and they blocked me, man.
Yeah.
That's how dumb y'all sound.
I mean, that's what I'm saying about, because I can see these comments like, Nick, you blocked me. It doesn't help your alpha image. Like, okay. It kind of sounds like you have the problem with it. I makes me laugh if I get
I
blocked.
think this is totally a Teller thing. Like, because I'm not.
Yeah. In fact,
I don't know
I'm
what
going
any of it's
to
referring
move
to.
over to the live chat and not the StreamYard chat because I'm kind of done with this.
What's the live chat?
Well,
versus
so
the
she's
StreamYard chat?
she's blocked from my YouTube account. So when I watch the stream on YouTube, it's a little bit delayed. But if I see the chat on there, I don't see anything they're typing.
Oh, so
in
you're seeing her in
I
StreamYard.
see her StreamYards.
I see.
But this is a good example. If, for example, I also didn't see what she was saying in StreamYards, I would have never even brought it up. But the whole point is, they want you to interact with them. Why? I don't really know. I mean, I don't. Well,
because
I
it's
never
interaction. It
but
justifies
I never trolled
itself.
like that. I never trolled like that. Like,
Why do they want this particular type of interaction? Is the question.
Yeah.
But just wanting some kind of interaction from another human.
I mean, for example, Tella says I'm very insecure. She's absolutely correct. I didn't know
that. I didn't know that. I did. I didn't pick up on any of it.
No, and to be honest, I mean, in many ways, I overcompensate for it.
I didn't know that either.
I'm
really
become
bad
better
this.
at it, but and a lot of that comes from if you have parents who say, "Oh, you can always do better. You can always do better," so you have this need to have to show everybody, "Oh, look at how great I am. Look at what I've accomplished." And yeah, it comes from a place of insecurity. Not going to deny that.
Interesting.
I mean, most of the way people behave come from these issues. Just nobody talks about it. And of course, the thing on YouTube is, now somebody like Teller or whatever can clip this and go, "Oh, look, Nick admitted he was insecure." It's like, who cares?
No, but I think I think that's like heroic and noble to admit that. I don't think it's shameful. If somebody can be that honest and transparent about
the only way is, I mean, the first step, like when they say with addiction is the first step, you have to admit a problem. It's like, you got to recognize where this behavior comes from. Like that other individual who, it depends. I did write a treatise on trolling, and I do have a chapter on that. One of the rules is you gotta troll, but you gotta be careful. It's like this thing, like as you troll, make sure you don't troll too much, because once you get blocked, it's over.
That's embarrassing that Dutchie Sub wrote a treatise on trolling.
No, I did.
She's so bad at it. Is that a troll in and of itself to show up Dutchie with a treatise?
No, it was a joke because that Dr. Chink for some reason thinks I'm a really good troll, and I'm not a troll. I'm not a troll. I can be an a-hole.
Yeah, he idolizes you, which probably
but he calls me a troll. I'm not a troll. I don't troll people. I go, sure, I get into arguments with people and sometimes take it too far, but that's not trolling. That's either being an a-hole.
Yeah, I know, but you also put yourself out there as like the master of this troll school that has this.
Well, that's Dr. Chink. I only did that with one individual just to sort of annoy them, but you saw that video. Which I'm kind of flattered because that person kind of uses some of my tactics in that argument.
Oh,
but
you just sped up like a tape recording.
Sped up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Like that when you were talking.
Okay, so I think it's my Discord which is interfering with my mic. That seems because I'm trying to figure out.
I'm probably gonna
and so as a joke,
wrap up soon anyway. So.
Oh yeah, it's late. Sorry, I didn't realize how late it is.
What is a
as usual
and block journal? That's neurotic. Like they write down every time they time someone out or block them. Oh yeah. Just block me.
Look, Vinny speaks the truth.
Yes, that's what Spurgs do. Aut means self. A-U-T is Greek for self. And you see it not just in it, you see it in like 90% of the people that come up here. And I have news for you. Non-Spurg people talk about themselves all the time too.
It's true. Yeah, and here's where sort of some of the malignancy comes. When you can recognize, okay, this is what makes an insecure person this, then you recognize it in other people. And if other people don't notice it, you can really use it to their advantage, which is why I've self-diagnosed myself as a psychopath.
Wait, hang on. But okay, I didn't know that part. We're gonna have to have a whole conversation on that very soon.
Yeah.
But
But that's me
uh,
being an a-hole, using that to my advantage just to kind of be an a-hole. And then you know what cruel things to say to somebody else, which is going to really get them.
but are you saying that because you're insecure yourself, you're able to tell it another
Well,
like Gator? You can see who else is insecure.
rather, when you analyze, well, what are these sort of malignant traits you have and where do they come from? Generally, they come from, something insecurity or this or like something
Or
which
just your
is,
genetics.
or that. But once you identify somebody as, let's say, insecure, you can use that to your advantage.
But you're able to do that using your own insecurity, like
Yeah,
it
because
shows you
you
what
can
to
see
look
how
for in other
they're
people,
acting to overcompensate from it, and
and you
hopefully they're
can
just not.
detect that.
Yeah,
Oh,
um,
wow.
and that's part of.
Because you have it yourself.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
know what it looks like.
I learned that because I read this book on how to cold read people. When they go, I'm talking to this person, and where you can learn all of this information from somebody, and you have no idea who they are. Um,
But you don't
and
know if any of it's right. That's
well, there's a method to it.
there's
Like,
the test part, like the scientific method. You
no,
have
this
to
is just
test it.
and throwing things out to, and then observing the reaction. If you don't get the reaction you want, you just move on to something else. But when you can start cold reading somebody, you can really, like, I'll admit, what ultimately happened to that video with the photograph came from this is going to really make this person angry.
I know. That's what I told him the
Yeah,
very first time. I said that they did it to get a reaction out of you. That's why they do this kind of stuff.
yeah.
So either they got the reaction they were trying to get, or the reaction is a troll in and of itself that
Yeah.
keeps going on for way too long.
But then when you look at it years later, you look at it, it goes, what the hell were you even arguing about? It doesn't make any sense. Like if I go to my wife and say, oh,
And the actual video is worse than the picture thing. That's not even the worst part. Like if I was going to use that video to trot
I think
around the
that's one where
panelverse and try to make myself look like a victim, I would pick. There's so many other things you could pick from that video.
yeah, no, it was the one thing I did like about it, because I think Combat Wombat made them, and he makes me laugh out loud, were the specs in the beginning of, like, this versus this. I don't know if you saw the very beginning. He makes some really good funny videos.
If I did, it did stand out in my brain because I don't remember it.
But I mean, I'm over all of that. Like, I mean, that individual I just completely ignore. It doesn't really matter. Of course, Tella says I'm boring, yet she keeps commenting on me, which is sort of the opposite of being bored. Wouldn't it be fun?
Yeah, that's what I was saying about Tella, because her actions belie her words.
It would be so fun if we could actually troll like reality stars, like when 90 Day Fiance has like the tell-all, where the audience could be like the chat on YouTube and trolling them. I guess that would
Some
just be
of the shows used to do that. Like at the reunions, they would take tweets from the audience. Or
yeah, I mean, I get the excitement of that. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go
Bye.
back to work tomorrow. I'm not
All
used
right.
to waking up
Well,
early.
next time you're on, we're going to talk about your psychopathy.
Do we have to? I want to talk about Italian.
No, we don't have to, but I definitely want to at some point.
Italian disco or genocide. I'll see you later. Thank you for having me on.
We'll do a
Always-
little bit of Italo disco, I guess.
Okay, we'll do both.
psychopathy.
We'll do both. But
Well,
thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. I'll see you later.
Take care. Well, I don't know what he rage quit over. It was just us. I don't think that was a rage quit. I think that was an I gotta go quit. Just like mine. I guess I'm rage quitting too because I'm about to go. So, see you suckers. No, I'll probably be out tomorrow. I work late tomorrow. So no, let's say not tomorrow because I work late and I have to come home and be up for an early shift. So I kind of clopen. They call it where you work late and you have to be there early the next day for the first shift. I have one of those coming up tomorrow. So there's no way I'm going to be able to get a stream in. So, but Friday is the 4th. And if I don't go live stream the fireworks, I'll at least try to do something here on this stream. So look for that. I guess next time we see each other is Friday for the 4th of July. Almost my new favorite holiday. It might even be my new favorite holiday. We'll see. So, yay, America, and independence and freedom and all that stuff. There's going to be Schoolhouse Rock even did that little song that there's going to be fireworks on the 4th of July. There's going to be fireworks on the 4th of July. So, that's what's coming up in 2 days. All right, take care, everybody. Talk to you later. Oh, when is your birthday? That's coming up too, right? Yeah, we can do a shirtless party. We did a panel dance one time. We took our shirts off and we had the music and the lights, and we all danced together on panel. Oh, is there? Tella? I wonder what time, because I work, but I could catch it on my way home potentially. I'm gonna look into it. If there's a parade, I might stream it. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you Friday, either for the parade, the fireworks, or just me sitting in a chair talking about how much I love this country. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you then. And wherever you live, I hope you find a way to enjoy your life, enjoy your little space in the world, and do something meaningful with it, and try to be a positive impact on the people around you. And that's basically all I got. But I think it's adequate. All right, take care. Peace out. Until Friday. Freedom. Turn it up, man.